That's on YouTube.
Well, the link's on Facebook.
Well, you try it because this is my phone's acting like that.
I'll check.
Thank you.
Where do you want me, Ron?
How you doing, Dale?
I'm okay.
Here's a.
Well, I'm getting the green, I'm getting the red blinky light, I'm getting the blue there.
Just about there.
Cruise.
So we're gonna probably need
Yep.
somebody.
Right there.
Well, I put your overlay on there, though.
Basically, what
Oh,
we're
yeah,
trying to do,
There's 2 people watching.
Oh.
I was one of them.
Saw Errol Smith. I've never seen more skin in my life than the first 2 rows at an Errol Smith concert.
Yeah, they do move
Oh, man.
the smaller stuff with range.
Number 22 is over here. Lower, they have the number here. And I highlighted these are the guys that want it.
We're on the other side. Well, I got
You got one? Yep.
I got one. I picked one up.
Actually,
It's pretty good fingering. Might have to go get some at halftime.
Oh, I don't know. I think they're okay this year.
You ever watch The Ranch?
You know, I've been meaning to, and I just never got.
Man, the first few seasons were hilarious, and then it gets all serious.
Yeah, it is.
So I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll just hit each one of those break. You just tell me when you want to break.
And welcome to Peterson Field here in Hartley tonight for South O'Brien Wolverines coming in tonight with a 4-0 record, ranked number 10, versus the HMS. Against HMS, the Hawks of HMS. Sorry about that. HMS comes in with a 2-2 record here tonight, and it's a beautiful night for football here in Hartley. A little breezy, kind of chilly tonight, but we're up in the booth. So I'm Kyle Jorgensen. I'm here with Kyle Pingree tonight. So we're excited to be here and calling South O'Brien football tonight. South O'Brien's had a great season so far, and hoping we can keep it going here tonight. As always, we want to just thank our fine sponsors for bringing this broadcast. Plena Body Shop, our scoreboard sponsor tonight. We have Plena Building Center, Farm Bureau Financial, Mercy One Medical, Sutherland Implement, Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland, Grenade Auto, The Prairie Market, Savings Bank, Plena Hardware, and TCA, and last but not least, Iowa State Bank. So thanks again to all of our fine sponsors to allow us to bring this broadcast to you here tonight, and hope you guys enjoy the game. We'll go ahead and run through the starting lineups here before we get started. Looks like we got about 5 minutes here before kickoff tonight. For South O'Brien starting tonight, on offense we have Zeke Lundquist starting at end, Jerome Jackson starting at tackle, Canner Bauer starting at guard, Josh Sims starting at center, Thomas Nelson starting at guard, Darian Keith starting at tackle, Case Moorhead starting at end, and Matt Riedemann starting at slot. Behind the center, we got Jackson Lauscher, and we got fullback tonight, Sean Negus, and then the workhorse in the backfield, Tristan Wilson. Starting at defense for South O'Brien, we got a lot of players here going both ways tonight. We got Zeke Lundquist at end, Jerome Jackson at tackle, Evan Ball at tackle, Thomas Nelson at end, Tristan Wilson playing cornerback, Caden Nelson at strong safety, Sean Negus at linebacker, free safety Jackson Lauscher, linebacker Matthew Riedemann, strong safety Canner Bauer, and the cornerback Micah Davis. Once again, South O'Brien comes in with a 4-0 record, ranked number 10, and having a great season so far. We'll go ahead and go through the starting offensive lineup for HMS. They come in with a 2-2 record here tonight. Starting at receiver, Noah Adams. At wing, Nate Bangert. Tackle is Lance Behrens. Guard is Jesse Garcia. Center, Turner Soden. Guard, Gunnerman. Tackle, Carl Jacobsma. Receiver on the right side, Mason Brinkman. And the other wing is Dawson Shimp. At quarterback would be Cooper Evil. And at running back for the HMS Hawks is Mitchell Peters. Defensive starters for HMS, we got at end, we got Gunnerman. Nose, Gabe Bronstad. The other end is Lance Behrens. Linebacker Trevor Mortensen. Linebacker Keaton Graves. Linebacker Tanner Soden. Linebacker Dawson Schnipp. Linebacker G.D.A. Joyle. Cornerback Connor Dodd. Safety Nate Bangert. And cornerback Noah Adams. So coming in tonight's game, HMS, like I said, is 2-2 record so far. They started out the year 2-0 with a 6-0 win over Okoboji, and then they had a 19-14 win over Esterville Lincoln Central. And then the last two games they come in with losses. Looks like they lost a really close one to Sibyl Cheatham, 13-14, and then they lost to Unity Christian 0-38. So a bit of a tough game there against Unity Christian coming into tonight's game. And South O'Brien started off the year at home against Grettinger Terra Lutheran Ayrshire with a 36-22 win. And then they took on Sheldon in Week 2 with a 34-28 win. Tough game in Week 3 away at Alta Rea. Alta Rea came into that game ranked, and South O'Brien won 15-0. And then last week, South O'Brien was able to take on Sioux Central and won 42-16. And it looks like we're getting set for a kickoff here, Kyle. So, getting set for kickoff here. Looks like South O'Brien is kicking off first. So, South O'Brien will go on defense.
Start things off. They deferred. Caden Hale will kick it. Back deep to return for HMS is
looks like we got Devin Doyle back deep
linebacker Doyle is
to receive for HMS. Kick's going to be a little bit short there, so one of the up man's going to take it. Going to try to swing around the right edge here. Oh, he's got a little bit of lane there. Nice closure there by South O'Brien. Little tackle out of bounds there. So, not bad field position for HMS to start off here tonight, Kyle.
The HMS Hawks, he pushed out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
So HMS will start over at the 40-yard line, first and 10. Was a nice run to the outside there, and a nice closure by South O'Brien to chase that one down there. Come out in their wing set formation. Looks like it's going to be a keeper around the hill. Oh, he's going to pitch it there late. Looks like there's not going to be much of a gain there on that attempt. Looks like Bangard on the run there for HMS, starting tailback there. No gain on that play, so second and 10 coming up here for HMS. Looks like they're running the option to the left side, so it looks like they got a little bit of an auction game going on. Nice drag down tackle there on the left side.
Couple of extra yards on this run. Maybe got two this time to set up a third down.
Banger again with the carry for HMS. Looks like he had about a 3-yard gain there. So we're going to bring up 3rd and 7. Here in the first quarter, just underway. So we'll see what HMS comes out here with a 3rd and 7. Coming out in their wing set formation, 2 to the right. Looks like they're going to try a pitch to the right-hand side here. Oh, nice run there by the fullback. Got Mitchell Peters there with the run. Had a bit of a pitch play sweep to the right, and I thought South O'Brien was going to have some penetration there and chase him down, but it looks like he's going to have about an 8-yard run there to give him a first down. So just crossed the 50-yard line here inside South O'Brien territory at the 48-yard line. Nice run there by Peters, Kyle.
That was. I thought South O'Brien was actually going to catch him there, but he just kept the lead.
Peters, 170-plus yards last week against Unity Christian.
Handoff right up the middle there.
Right side, bouncing off of Peters. Peters into the open field, tripped up by the
nice run there by Peters. He broke off some tackles there and had a nice run. We got a late flag coming out here, so don't know if something was said, but getting fired up there. But late call there. I'm not sure what it's going to be. It looked like it came in after the play. About a 24, 23-yard gain there. What a nice run by H. Nice opening drive here. And so the penalty is going to go against South O'Brien. Looks like some sort of personal foul call or something like that.
I don't know if something was said. The officials heard. I didn't really see
something was said or some kind of jawing there going on. I'm not sure exactly what the penalty was, but it's going to get the ball at the 11-yard line for HMS. So first and 10 here at the 11. They can still get a first down.
HMS looking good here on their first drive. They go Peters again, left side defensive ends.
South O'Brien's usually pretty stout up front, so HMS coming out here. Looks like we got to have a not a false start, but an offsides on South O'Brien. So HMS coming out fired up here, and now we're going to have the second penalty on the drive for South O'Brien with the unsportsmanlike penalty here just a minute ago. So penalties kind of hurting South O'Brien here, so that's going to give HMS Hawks a 2nd and 3. So definitely helping them out with some penalties here. Let's see if South O'Brien can. Let's hope South O'Brien here can come up with a big stop. Pitch outside. Nice. Close that out there quick there. Nice stop there by South O'Brien. Not much of a gain there. Looks like I had Mitchell Peters on that last carry, about a 1-yard gain. So we're going to have 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 coming up here.
This game tackle South O'Brien we saw last week, they fly to the ball and get a lot of guys with hats on the ball.
come back in their wing formation. Looks like they're going to go right up the middle. South O'Brien pushing hard. Peters in for the touchdown for HMS. Going to give HMS an early 6-0 lead here. So Peters scores a touchdown. 9:11 left here in the first quarter. HMS marches it down the field with the help of a couple penalties from South O'Brien.
Looked like he was going to be stopped. Here's the thing. I mean, South O'Brien obviously coming in here with a little bit
shut out against Christian last week in a 38-0 game. Mitchell Peters had over 170 yards rushing in that game, but as Coach Horkey said, the 8-yard line.
Extra point looks to be up and good. So South O'Brien gives up the opening touchdown on the first drive of the game from HMS, aided by a couple of penalties there. So we get 9:11 left here in the first quarter. HMS is up 7-0. You are listening to Fuller Digital Solutions. Thank you for joining us tonight. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
So what do you see in your future? Buying the perfect home with a big oak tree? Watching your child graduate from college? Or finding more time for hobbies during your retirement? Whatever your future holds, make sure you talk with the Farm Bureau Financial Services agent. Together, we'll create a plan that's right for you.
Contact Denise Steffen or Danny Rader in Primgar today.
It's your future. Let's protect it.
Around here, life is a continuous circle. At our best, we have caring people all around us. That's the power of Mercy One, a support network 20,000 strong, including more highly rated specialty services than anyone in the region. Personalizing your care, strengthening your circle, keeping you at the center of everything we do. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
And we're back, and DJ Joya kicked it off for HMS. Got a nice return for South O'Brien here, back to the 30-yard line.
By South O'Brien was from Reed Nelson, backup running back.
Looks like Nelson on the return for South O'Brien there, so we'll see if South O'Brien has an answer here. Down 7-0 here early in the first quarter. HMS coming out on homecoming with an impressive drive there, aided by 20 yards of penalty for South O'Brien there in that first drive. So we'll see what the running game and Tristan Wilson has to say here. First and 10 for the 30-yard line.
Behind knee gets the hand off right side. He's hit right away.
Wilson stopped. HMS ready for that play. They stuffed him right in the middle there. Looks like they're going to stop him for maybe even a loss of one there.
For Hartley Melvin Sanborn along with
HMS coming out fired up here tonight. Remember when my wife was saying, Kyle, and my wife went to school here at South O'Brien, and this used to be quite a rivalry game, so I'm assuming it might still be a bit of a rivalry yet. South O'Brien going to come out passing on this one. A little bit of a bubble screen on the sideline there. Looks like Zeke Lundquist on the catch there from Lucier. Looks about like a 6-yard gain there on second down, so we're going to bring up 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 here for South O'Brien. We'll see what they come out here with this 3rd down play. Feels like kind of a big first down, even though it's in the first quarter. HMS come out fired up, and South O'Brien needs to come out. And
they need to do something. 3rd down and about 4 for South.
So we're going to go back to Wilson here.
Right side and
HMS ready for it. Gave her all he had there. Looks like he's going to come up about a yard short.
And the HMS defense is fired up here.
We'll see what South O'Brien decides to do. It looks like they're getting quick on the line. Looks like we're going to go for it here. Got a 4th and 1. Just inside the 40-yard line. They're going to sneak it with Lucier up the middle. Looks like he's going to have it. Big first down there for South O'Brien here early in the game tonight. So Lucier's going to go ahead and pick up a yard there. Definitely a gutsy play coming out in the first half, first quarter. And HMS driving down the field to score, and kind of want to make a statement back. And nice first down there.
They're not getting those
got some size in this South O'Brien offensive line. Very physical there. HMS defense did a nice job.
South O'Brien is definitely a ball control team. They like to pound that ball. Coming out in their traditional I formation. Looks like a little bit of a delayed snap there. We're going to have a fullback dive to Negas. Looks like Negus is going to have a nice 4-yard gain there in first down.
Line, he just kind of gets up in behind him and picks his
Nice fullback dive there for South O'Brien. When you're a ground and pound team like this, you want to have those 3- and 4-yard gains. Keep that ball, keep the chains, don't get behind the chains. You don't want to get yourself in a 3rd and long situation. Coming back out in that I formation.
Going to come in motion, the wing back, right to left.
Going to go ahead and pitch it off to the left side to Wilson. Doesn't look to be much running room there. Wilson did a nice job there, just getting a couple of yards on that play.
HMS, it's Peyton Gonerman.
Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 yards, so we're going to bring up 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
So, Kyle, what do you think? If South O'Brien picks up about 3 or 4 yards here, you think they're going to go for it again on 4th down?
You know, I do. Last week, you know, almost just because you have a lot better
still inside the HMS 50-yard line here, so they haven't broken to opponent territory yet. Yeah, swing it out to the right side there. Little bubble screen on the right again. Nice play by Zeke Lundquist again. There's a nice gain for South O'Brien.
Around the right side, it is enough for a first down.
About a 15-yard pass play there. So South O'Brien's coming right back and throwing the ball a little bit more than they normally do. I've been to a few South O'Brien games this year. Haven't seen them throw the ball too much on the first, 2nd down. Lucier looked to the left, didn't like what he's seen there. Rolled it out to the right. It's going to get taken down there. I think Coach would rather have him do that than throw a ball he wasn't quite sure of and throw a pick here. Had a nice drive going. You are going to lose a yard on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12.
Definitely would have been a coverage sack. He had time to throw it when he rolled out.
Definitely had time to throw that ball, but he looked around, just couldn't find anybody open. The initial receiver he looked at, he didn't like what he had, so he tucked it and ran to the right. So 2nd and 12 here, coming back out, 2 split to the left, I formation. Going to go back up to Wilson up the middle here. There he's got a little bit of running room. There's a nice run by Wilson. So they spread the defense out a little bit there with 2 split out to the left that time and open up a nice hole up the middle. Looks like he's going to have about a 15-yard gain, so nice gain there for Wilson. Going to give South O'Brien a 1st and 10. Looks about 21, 22-yard line.
We were talking before, South O'Brien, not really, they don't pass a whole lot. I mean, they're good at it, but they just don't pass a whole lot. And it seems like with the experience he has, he's got to get they're just staying with what works for him. He saw real holes and he's able to cut it right down.
Coming back out with 2 split to the left again. Looks like they're going to go back up to Wilson up the middle again. Going to have a nice gain there. Getting tackled there. Looks like he's going to be down to the 15-yard line, so going to give him a gain of 7 there. So it looks like South O'Brien's spreading it out a little bit, figured out that they get those guys spread out to the left. It opens up a little bit of a hole up the middle there for Wilson. Looks like it's about 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4, somewhere in that range. 2 split to the left again. They're going to go right up the middle with Negus.
Steps in the hole and
Negus had to dodge a couple of guys there, but he looks like he's going to have a nice little short gain there. Going to be real close to a first down. Looks like he had about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1 is definitely a situation you want to be in here. It kind of leaves the playbook wide open. You can run it, you can pass it, you can always go on 4th down. Looks like they're Lucier tried to keep it up the middle there, and there was no room to go there. Looks like he's even going to get backed up a yard. So tried the QB sneak there, and HMS was ready for it. Nowhere to go on that play, so we're going to bring up 4th and 2. We'll see what we come back with here. We're just under 4 minutes left in the first quarter. South O'Brien having a nice drive answering back here. Want to keep this drive going and get a big first down here.
We got an all-district, possibly all-state running back.
4th and 2 from the 13-yard line.
His hands in these pressure situations, but they go fullback dive to Negus.
Fullback dive.
Instead, and Negus
it's going to be close here. Officials are calling a timeout here. We'll see what we're looking at here, but it's going to be a close play.
see what they mark.
Looks like they're going to go ahead and have an official measurement.
We're going to take a timeout to measure.
Kyle, what's your call here? You think you got that?
Oh, that's kind of, honestly, from up here, it's too close to call. I'm thinking, I don't know what they did.
It's a little hard for us to see at this angle that we're sitting at, working on the right side of the press box, but
We will see by about 8 inches.
wow, that looks really close. I'm not sure how close that ended up being, but that looked really close. And HMS comes up with a huge stop here. So at 3:20 in the first quarter, South O'Brien's going to turn the ball over on down, so HMS will take back over with the ball.
Driven down to the 12-yard line on that play, so HMS will take over first down and 10.
First and 10 for HMS on the 12-yard line. HMS leading 7-0. We'll see if South O'Brien's made some adjustments here on defense. HMS comes out a little bit different of a formation there. Quarterback Ebel is going to keep it around the right end.
Swooped in and swallowed him up.
Had a little bit of different formation on that play. It had guys split out. Normally in there, that wing set formation with the running back behind him. Looks like Ebel's going to pick up 4 yards on that play. So Ebel keeps the ball. 2nd and 6 for HMS Hawks.
Pick up 4 before that happened, though. 2nd down and 6.
So Hartley coming back out with 2 split to the right, 2 to the left. Running back right behind. He's going to hand off to the running back.
And he's wrapped up right away and sent
Ball carried by number 23,
Feeders with the carry. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 yards.
down by number 57, Darian Keith for South O'Brien.
So it looks like we're going to have about a 3rd and 5 coming up here. So HMS coming out a little bit different formations on this drive, trying to throw the defense of South O'Brien off.
They're going to get onto that. They're going to be able to,
See what HMS comes up here with 3rd and 5 here. Going to have 2 split out to the right, wing to the left, and a running back behind. Going to pitch it out to the left. Looks like nice pursuit. Got a flag come out there. Nice pursuit by South O'Brien. I didn't think the running back Peters was going to get that far on the carry, but he drug some defenders with him there, Kyle. What a nice run.
He did.
Looks like it's going to be a holding call on Hartley. So HMS is going to get backed up here. Big holding call here. Looks like that's going to go ahead and back him up to about the 6-yard line, it looks like. So it's going to have 3rd and long ways to go. 3rd and 17. Not too many plays in the playbook for 3rd and 17. HMS is going to come out with 1 split to the left to the right, wing to the right. Evil's going to drop back to pass, throwing one deep down the middle. It's going to be overplayed, but overthrow by Evil, but the flag comes out here. Looks like there might be a hold on South O'Brien. On that first drive, South O'Brien had 2 big penalties against them, and it looks like this could be another potential big penalty.
Those few good penalties where they held and add up. We'll see if it's a pass interference or a defensive holding call.
There was a lot of the ball was way overthrown there, but there might be a reason for it if he was being held back. Unfortunately, it was even 3rd and 17, but a pass interference penalty gives him a first down, so it's going to be a first down for HMS.
So 15-yard pass interference penalty. Close, it looks like. On 4th and 2. South O'Brien, but again, in high school, that's not, you don't get automatic first down.
There is an automatic first down. Take that back. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up here. Ball on the 21-yard line. 3rd and 1 coming up for HMS. So big penalty call there on South O'Brien for pass interference. Not a first down like it is in college and NFL. So high school, you mark off the yardage.
So 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1, we're going to go ahead and hand it off. Oh, South O'Brien had great penetration there. South O'Brien was ready for that play. Looks like he's going to go ahead and lose a couple yards there.
Wolverine defenders, the Den was ready there as Jerome Jackson behind the line of scrimmage. Peters lost a yard on the play.
Tackled by number 88, Zeke.
Fortunate there for the HMS Hawks. They're going to have to pump that one.
So coming up with a minute left here, we got a 4th and 2 for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Ball at the 20-yard line. I'm assuming here they're going to go ahead and punt things away. Got DJ Doyle back deep to punt for Hartley Melvin Sanborn Hawks. Pretty short punt, bit of a squibber to the sideline here. It's not going to give him much of a net gain here. Nice bounce at the end, but ball is going to be down here about the 47-yard line. in Hartley HMS territory. So we got 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. HMS came out tonight and drove that first drive right down the field. South O'Brien responded, had a nice drive going, had 4th and 2, just wasn't able to convert. We'll see if they come back with here. 1st and 10, ball on HMS 48-yard line.
On the HMS 48. Good field position for South O'Brien to start their second drive.
So we got some good field position here, Kyle.
We do that turnover on downs last time. They're thinking 6 here as rusher. Starting good position. Brings his team.
All right, got a man in motion going to the right here. We're going to hand it up the middle to Wilson. Had a guy in the backfield right away.
A couple of broken tackles.
Almost looked like a bit of a face mask there, but I don't see no flags coming out on that one. Wilson did a heck of a job just to even get 2 yards on that play. He had to dodge 2 guys in the backfield.
To get there, clean that one up.
Looks like we're going to go ahead and let things wind down here, so we're running down to 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. So we're going to head into the second quarter here with Hartley Melvin Sanborn up 7-0 here on homecoming night. We thank you for joining us for this broadcast tonight. You're listening to Fuller Digital Solutions via our YouTube stream, and we'll be right back right after this commercial message from our fine sponsors here for South O'Brien.
Have you been there yet? The Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland. Play indoor golf, pool, and darts year-round, and enjoy your favorite brew. Located at 118 Main Street, and it's easy to find, so stop in. The clubhouse and bar also have many sports TVs, and they have NFL Ticket, so you can watch your favorite football games and enjoy a pizza. Now open weekdays at 4:30 p.m. and open Saturday and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Discover the fun at Sweeney's Clubhouse on Main in Sutherland.
And we're back here. We're getting set to start off the second quarter. South O'Brien has the ball, and we got a 2nd down and 8 coming up here. Just got the ball back there for the end of the first quarter and had 1 play to run there. Wilson did a heck of a job just getting 2 yards. We're going to have Matt Reedman split out to the right. Wilson deep in the backfield in the I formation. Going to go ahead and roll out to the right. Lucia looking to pass. And we got a nice catch down there. Nice play action play there for South O'Brien. Looks like Case Mormon on the catch there. That was a nice play there by South O'Brien. He moves the ball up to the 26-yard line, so about a 22-yard completion there. 1st and 10 for South O'Brien on the 26-yard line. So coming out, mixing it up a little bit here. You know, they stuffed the run a few times. They've had to throw them off guard with the pass play. It's going to roll out to the left here. They're going to throw again. Does have a guy open down the field. Throw was to Lundquist. It's going to come up complete there. It looked like a little bit of contact there on that play, but no call from the official. We're going to have a 2nd and 10 coming up here. So a little bit of a more aggressive offense from here from South O'Brien than we're used to seeing. Just don't see a whole lot of passes from them, but nice to see them mixing it up here and see what they can get done through the air. One split to the left. They're coming in motion. Looks like we got a pre-snap penalty here, so most likely it's going to go against the offense, either a legal formation or a false start.
No, it is against South O'Brien. I think the other official overruled him. It looked like Reedman might have taken off running on his route before the play was snapped. Kind of like
wonder if the guy in motion there turned up field. That would be a penalty. He has to stay vertical to the line. Oh, it's against HMS.
Now they overturn that and say it's offsides. So
Penalty against the Hawks.
So he motioned an illegal motion penalty, but he called it against HMS. So not sure if that was the actual call, what it was, but South O'Brien will take it. So 2nd and 5 coming up here.
Offsides penalty now sets up 2nd and 5 for South O'Brien.
2nd and 5, South O'Brien. Looks like guy coming in motion, going to run the same play to Wilson. He's going to pitch it off to the left. Nice run there by Wilson. Got hit pretty good there by the sideline.
Around the left side. Tackled on that far side by number 4, Trevor Mortensen.
Looks like he's going to be a little short of the first down there.
First down, he got just. Nope, never mind. I thought that was the officials.
Looks like he got about 4 yards there, so we're going to bring up 3rd and 1.
1 yard to go.
2nd and 5 sets up a 3rd down.
Looks like the ball's at the 17-yard line. 3rd and 1 for South O'Brien. I'm willing to bet, Kyle, they're going to come out with a different play than last time on 3rd and 1 when they tried the QB sneak. It didn't go anywhere.
At the 17,
Going to come up the middle with Wilson. Wilson's going to take it for a touchdown. Nice run by Wilson. 17-yard run for the touchdown by Wilson.
In for the touchdown.
Got him behind the line, and there was a cutback lane to the left, and he took it right.
Wilson had to get through a few defenders there. Had a nice cutback and took it in for the 17-yard touchdown. Nice answer here for Wilson. Wilson is not one of those guys that's going to go down by an arm tackle. You got to get your arms wrapped around him, and you need a second guy to come help you. Looks like South O'Brien's lining up to go for 2. Going to hand it off to Wilson, and he's going to get it into the end zone easy. So Tristan Wilson with the touchdown, and also Wilson with the 2-point conversion at 11:06 left here in the second quarter. It's going to go ahead and give South O'Brien the 8-7 lead with 11:06 left. Thank you much for listening to this broadcast on Fuller Digital Solutions and all of our fine sponsors from the South O'Brien area. We'll go ahead and take this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
The Prairie Market in Polina. Wow, more than you might expect in a smaller community grocery store.
Every aisle is going to have things in it that you're surprised at that you can find at a small grocery store. We have a large produce department, and we work really hard at keeping our produce fresh. We're really proud of our meat department. Don and Ben do a great job. If you want something special, they will do that for you.
And to see all of their wonderful weekly specials, visit PaulinaPrairieMarket.com.
The professional lenders at the Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park are ready to tackle all of your loan needs, whether it be commercial, personal, or agricultural. So often we are concerned with rates, and yes, their rates are competitive, but more importantly is their service. You can feel comfortable sitting down, talking with one of their loan officers, and feeling confident that you are getting exactly what you wanted and more. The Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, your bankers and your friends. Proud supporters of their communities. Member FDIC.
And we're back, and we had a short kickoff there by Jet Keith from South O'Brien. Nice return there from HMS. Broke a couple tackles and almost broke it through there. So we're going to have nice field position for HMS Hawks starting off this at the 45-yard line. That last drive definitely looked like a South O'Brien drive that I've been used to seeing this year. Pounded on, had a nice couple of pass plays there, but then Mr. Wilson finished off that drive with a couple nice runs. Looks like we got a timeout here, Kyle, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break and thank our sponsors once again.
Deals at Gannett Auto Sales in Polina, including a very nice blue 2010 Chevy Silverado LT 1500 4x4 with many extras and only 110,000 miles. Also a silver 2014 Chevy Equinox LTZ with only 64,500 miles, and it's loaded. Leather, heated seats, nav, rear camera, sunroof, and all-wheel drive, specially priced $16,395. Check out these vehicles at GannettAutoSales.com, and remember, if you want it and they don't have it, they will find it at Gannett Auto Sales in Polina.
Everything you expect from your local Paulina hardware store, but now offering more. Shopping online is convenient because you can do it on your time and the inventory is seemingly endless. Welcome to TrueValue.com. Simply pick your store and your items will ship free right to our door at Paulina Hardware. Plus, we handle the returns, assembly, and simply stated, there's a local person who will take care of you. We'd love to see you in our store and love that we can bring you the convenience of shopping 24/7 at Paulina Hardware. Online at TrueValue.com.
Cooper Eagle
So we're back here. We missed the first play there. HMS had 1st and 10 after the South O'Brien timeout there after the kickoff return for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. And Hartley put it up in the air there, threw it over a little too deep in the middle there. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for HMS. Well, 2nd and 10, we got 2 split out to the right, 2 to the left. No wingbacks on this formation. Single setback. It's going to hand it off right up the middle, and South O'Brien was ready for it. South O'Brien saying it's their ball. Looks like it is a fumble, so South O'Brien's going to recover that fumble there, Kyle. So that's a big momentum play here. So 10:45 left in the second quarter. We got a fumble by Hartley Melvin Sanborn. South O'Brien with the recovery. So South O'Brien's going to take over in great field position here. 44-yard line of HMS. 1st and 10, South O'Brien leading 8-7.
Ball at the 44-yard line, first down.
They made him pay last time. Can the Hawk defense respond?
1 split out to the left. We got Wilson deep in the backfield. Going to go ahead and hand it off to Wilson. Nice penetration there by HMS. Looks like we're going to have about a 1-yard gain for Wilson.
Number 12, DJ Doyle for the Hawks.
HMS was ready for that handoff up to the middle.
You know, South O'Brien there on the big play after the turnover, just have to keep hammering on the ground. Not
South O'Brien does have the wind at their back, so maybe that's why they came out throwing here a couple times last drive. We'll see what they come out with here. We've got a wing back to the left, I formation. And Lucier is going to drop back to pass. Got some pressure there. Oh, he tried to pitch it out there. Not sure if they're calling that a fumble or if they're calling that it's going to be intentional grounding, I think. Flag came out there. He was in the grass of the defender, and defender brought him down. Looks like it's going to be an intentional grounding call here. So it's going to be a loss of down and loss of yardage. So big penalty there against South O'Brien.
Skip off, I believe, on the blitz. So apply pressure to Carson.
We're going to go from 2nd and 9 to
not making the call right away, surveying everything.
a 15-yard loss or so. So we're going to have 2nd and 20. 3rd and 26 coming up.
We'll back it up to the 46-yard line of South O'Brien. So 3rd down and 25 after that play.
So 3rd and 25, 26 coming up here. Got 1 split out to the right. Wilson deep in the backfield. Gonna guess they're gonna go. Oh, they're gonna try another pass play here.
The intentional grounding and now rolling out is
threw a little bit behind. Tried to hit Sean Negus out there in the flat. Threw a little behind him. Tough catch there. So South O'Brien going to punt this ball away with the 4th and long. So South O'Brien unable to capitalize there with the turnover.
Back into receive for the Hawks. Number 2, Noah Adams.
Coming into play in this one, 4th and 25 after the incomplete pass, and a huge stand there by the HMS defense following that fumble.
So HMS back to receive here. Got a nice kick by South O'Brien. Ball takes a high bounce. We've got 2 defenders right there. Oh, and he gets by him. What a nice move.
And the punt by number 26, Reardon is fielded by number 2, Noah Adams.
He caught that ball. I think they might have had some smoke coming off the end of the bounce right
Tackle by number 22.
That ball took a really high bounce there, but it took a fortunate, great bounce for HMS as it took a high bounce and kind of came right back to the receiver. South O'Brien had 2 defenders right there, and he's able to get through there, but not too much of a gain after that. Looks like the ball is going to be about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for HMS Hawks.
Made that nice move to spring out for about a 7-yard gain.
Looks like we're going to have 2 split out to the left, 1 to the right, 2 to the right, single setback. Going to go ahead and fake it up the middle. He was going to hang on to that one. Going to have a nice gain there on 1st down. He was going to keep it for about 5 yards on 1st down. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 5.
By number 83, Austin Paulson, and also number 62, Tanner Bauer on that tackle. It'll be 2nd down, 4 yards to go.
Plays a lot as well, a free safety, I should say. Gain of 6 on the run by the freshman.
Looks like they're going to give him 6 yards on that, so we're going to have 2nd and 4 coming up.
Veteran South O'Brien team, a lot of the good athletes, good seniors. That's a tough to take the whole game for a young quarterback like that.
Looking handed right off the middle to Peters. Looks like Peters is going to have enough for the first down.
Confidence in his senior fullback. I think that is important.
It's like about a 5-yard gain for Peters there, so it's going to give HMS a first down. First and 10, HMS. Looks like the ball's going to be on the 34-yard line. HMS running hard, playing hard tonight. 2 wingbacks on this formation. South O'Brien's going to stuff this one. What a nice defensive play there. Got immediate penetration in the backfield. Looks like they are going to give Peters about a 1-yard gain. So 2nd and 9 coming up here. I'll tell you, these guys are coming out hitting hard tonight. Definitely tell it's a homecoming game. Both teams want this game really bad. South O'Brien here on the road, ranked number 10 coming in. Going to hand it off to Peters again. Not a whole lot there for Peters on this carry. He's going to pick up about 3 yards here. Going to have 3rd and 6 coming up.
About 3 on the play instead of a 3rd down and 6, but this interior of the South O'Brien line is pretty stout.
Right there, one of the South O'Brien linemen, able to.
South O'Brien has a great defensive line. Usually it's hard to get too much traction going on them. Looks like we are going to have an official timeout here. So we got 3rd and 6, South O'Brien on defense, HMS on offense. We will be right back after this commercial break.
At TCA, they are working hard every day to make sure each home and business in O'Brien County can connect with today's world. Whether you are in town or in the country, they have a variety of internet solutions for you, now with increased speeds. They also offer managed Wi-Fi to ensure your network signal is strong and secure. Call 930-5593, stop in, or visit their website, tcaexpress.com.
Communities working together for a better tomorrow at TCA.
At Iowa State Bank, we know that our ag community is an important part of Northwest Iowa. That's why we work harder to keep business owners and farmers up and running. For over 75 years, Iowa State Bank has helped farmers upgrade equipment, expand local business operations, and sometimes offer a helping hand. As we look forward to the future, we'll continue to be by your side, available when you need us.
Iowa State Bank, we're ready for you.
And welcome back. HMS came back out with a 3rd and 6 after the timeout there. They went ahead and threw it, or pitched it to Banger coming out of the backfield, and he took it for a nice gain. It's going to give HMS a big first down there. So looks like he had about a 14-yard gain there. So big play there for HMS Hawks with after the timeout. Big first down here. Going to go ahead and hang it off to, quarterback's going to keep it. He's going to pitch it late there. Got another big play there for HMS.
The number 13, Dawson Skipper, on the far side. Tackled by number 22, Tristan Wilson for South O'Brien.
Another big play there for HMS. It's like Dawson Schimpf on that carry. He's going to go ahead and pick up about 12 more yards there. So we got a 1st and 10 for Hartley Melvin Sanborn inside the South O'Brien 30-yard line. Looks like it's going to be about the 29-yard line. So HMS going outside here and picking up some big yardage. Got 2 wing formation here. Going to send a guy in motion. Looks like we're going to have a jump off sides here on South O'Brien. So coaches from HMS saw something there when they took that timeout and came out with a little bit of strategy here and back-to-back first down runs for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. So the penalty is going to set up a 1st and 5 for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Ball on the 14. It's like the 24-yard line.
Well, I think, as you mentioned, this is a big rivalry game.
Got 1 split out to the left and 2 wingbacks here with a single back.
1st and 5. And now
got another penalty. So we got back-to-back penalties here. Looks like we're going to have a false start, so we're going to go ahead and set the ball back. It's going to be 1st and 10. So last 2 plays kind of cancel each other out.
Back to first and 10.
Well, that's, I guess,
So we're back to first and 10.
No harm, no foul, even though.
Ball at the 29-yard line.
Mitchell Peters, 9 carries, 40.
So I haven't seen a few South O'Brien games this year. I haven't seen them give up too many big plays like they have tonight. So HMS has definitely figured something out here against this South O'Brien defense.
17-yard run on this drive. HMS has reeled off some.
We got two split out to the left, one to the right, single back formation with a wing to the left. Evil's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw it deep. It's going to be way short. It's going to be picked off by South O'Brien. Nice interception there. Austin Polson with the interception for South O'Brien, a senior defensive back there. So big play for South O'Brien getting the interception. Makes you almost wonder there, Kyle Pingree. HMS had a nice drive going, run it down the field. To come out and try to throw the pass and throw the interception.
Well, if you're going to have a take to win but get it down inside the 5 yard. HMS coming up really hard, but has been coming up hard strong. So.
Looks like we're going to hand it off right at the middle to Negus. Negus kept it going there, and the ball ended up going to the running it to the outside there. He kept his feet churning. It's probably one of the toughest 3-yard runs I'm going to see. Looks like they're going to give him 2 yards on that, so we're going to have 2nd and 8 coming up here. Got 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Be nice to see South O'Brien sustain a drive here and take it down the field.
Short run to turn into an 85-90 yard.
He's got quite a few of those this season.
Wilson with a nice cut. He's going to break it outside. Wow, what a run by Wilson. He is shifty. Once he makes that cut, nobody around him, he puts it in another gear. What a nice run by Wilson.
And it is on the play, but that's a gain of 24.
Ball spotted at the 31-yard line.
Wilson with a 24-yard gain there for South O'Brien, his longest run of the night.
You kind of hold your breath every time he starts running because he just can make it.
Wilson's one of those running backs that's special. He can just take that ball, and anytime he touches it, he can take it the distance. Wilson's going to get the ball again. Going to get stuffed up there, but he is going to have about a 3-yard gain on first down, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Right down initially by number 4, Trevor Martinson.
Even on a play where you think they get them bottled up and wrapped up right away at the last scrimmage, still a 3-yard gain.
Looks like the ball's going to be on the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7 coming up.
And 6 yards to go. 7 yards to go.
Wilson is such a fun running back to watch here.
A lot of times gets a whole lot more. Tristan Wilson, over 900 yards rushing now.
Oh, they're going to do a little bit of a sweep play here around to the outside. Nice gain.
This time it's Riedemann on the wing back.
Riedemann on the sweep across the outside. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. A little bit of a different play there we see from South O'Brien.
And also in on that tackle, number 9, Connor Dye. This is down for a first down. Ball spotted at the 33-yard line.
What they're up against.
Nice 8-yard run there by Riedemann with a sweep around the left end. Gives South O'Brien a first down. Ball on the 43-yard line.
Back to my junior high days of playing wing back, running that reverse, coming through a little bit.
I formation here again. We're going to hand it off to Wilson again. HMS ready for that one. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards again. Ball on the left side there. It's going to put the ball right on the 45-yard line. We're going to have 2nd and 7 coming up here. Coming down on 4 minutes left here in the second quarter. South O'Brien leading 8-7.
He's going to get over 100 this game. He's going to get tall enough. But going into this game, I didn't think this game was going to be this close.
So far, it's been a tight game. I formation again. Ooh, looks like we're going to have official on the far side there is signaling an offsides call, so it's going to give South O'Brien a 5 free yards here. We're going to go from 2nd and 7 to 2nd and 2.
Yeah, it looked like HMS was trying to draw him.
Answer in kind as Lusher uses.
Once they cross over that line of scrimmage, they go ahead and pull the flag here in high school. Where, college or professionals, you can get back, but not in high school. So 2nd and 2.
O'Brien right at midfield now. Here's the sneak by, and Lusher, I believe.
QB sneak right at the middle. Nice yardage on that one. He's going to go ahead and pick up at least 6 yards on that one.
Trevor Martinson, number 4. For the Hawks on that tackle.
They were at 50, down at the 44, so
ball spotted at the
6-yard gain for Lusher up the middle with the QB sneak. That's going to put the ball at Hartley Melvin Sanborn's 44-yard line. First and 10, South O'Brien. Lucer's going to wrap a pass. Got a little bit of time there. Got a little bit. Nice. Nice completion up the middle.
Number 86. Case Mormon.
Looks like he bet to Case Mormon up the middle for a nice gain there. When he first threw that ball, I wasn't sure if he knew where he was going with it, but he knew exactly what he was doing there. What a nice completion for South O'Brien. 20-yard completion there.
Now he split out left, Zeke Lundquist split to the right, Riedemann in the slot.
Splitting things out a little bit more here. Looks like South O'Brien took off just a tad early on that one. I think it was Riedemann there. Took off a little bit before the snap, so it's going to set South O'Brien back 5 yards. It's going to go first and 15.
Kind of those nerve penalties. It seems like it played out on both sides in this first half.
First and 15 from the 30-yard line.
The Lions coming off the ball like that and knowing what an advantage it is to get into the other.
3:15 left here in the second quarter. Looks like we're coming out same formation, two to the right, one to the left. I formation. Going to go ahead and pitch it back to Wilson. Wilson's going to break it through. Wilson's going to go all the way for the touchdown. You know, Kyle, just watching that play, Wilson going through, trying those little arm tackles is just not going to work on him. Wilson's just way too strong for that.
3:04 to go in the second quarter. 110 yards rushing now and 2 touchdowns as he puts the Wolverines up by 7.
That's going to put South O'Brien up 14-7 here. Got the 2-point conversion on their first score. Looks like they're going to go ahead and line it up again for 2. Wilson deep in the I formation, one split to the right. Going to go ahead and do a QB sneak. Officials coming in here to see where they ended up at here.
They kicked 6 extra points.
They're going to call that good. Lauscher scores a 2-point conversion, giving South O'Brien a 16-0 lead. 16-7 score. Sorry about that. So South O'Brien leading 16-7. 3:04 left in the second quarter. We'll go ahead and take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
So what do you see in your future? Buying the perfect home with a big oak tree? Watching your child graduate from college? Or finding more time for hobbies during your retirement? Whatever your future holds, make sure you talk with the Farm Bureau Financial Services agent. Together, we'll create a plan that's right for you.
Contact Denise Steffen or Danny Rader in Primgar today.
It's your future. Let's protect it.
Around here, life is a continuous circle. At our best, we have caring people all around us. That's the power of Mercy One, a support network 20,000 strong, including more highly rated specialty services than anyone in the region. Personalizing your care, strengthening your circle, keeping you at the center of everything we do. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
And we're back. South O'Brien kicking off here at the last score with a 16-7 lead. Nice deep kick there. Ball down to the 10-yard line on that kick. HMS has had some good return tonight. He's going to take it off to the right side. So another nice return for HMS on this play. Noah Adams with the return for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. I'll tell you, HMS has some shifty returners out there. They've had a couple of nice returns. So ball on the 30-yard line. Decent field position here for HMS. First and 10 from the 30-yard line. HMS had a nice drive going on their last drive they had. They ran the ball down the field, and they tried to pass play there. And South O'Brien picked it off, and nice drive back and scored a touchdown. Looks like they're going to go hand it off right at the middle to Peters, and he's not going to go anywhere. Looks like he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, if that, on that one. South O'Brien ready for that handoff right at the middle on that play. Going to bring up 2nd and 10 there. Coming up on 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. South O'Brien leading 16-7 after that nice drive. Tristan Wilson with 2 touchdown runs tonight and 1 2-point conversion. Quarterback Lucier with a 2-point conversion, giving South O'Brien their 16 points tonight.
Which is important here as well.
2nd and 10 coming up for Hartley Melvin Sanborn.
2 scores down 9 after the pair of 2-point conversions. They want to keep it as close as possible.
Looks like Ebel's going to roll out to the left. He's going to throw a little passer, just led his receiver a little too much, and actually the receiver came up limping there at the end. It's like Devin Doyle.
Ebel overthrew, and then Doyle just kind of pulled up.
Came up, pulled up there just a little bit lame. I don't know if he pulled his hamstring. Maybe it is a cool night tonight. Looks like we're going to go ahead and take an official timeout here for the injured player.
He was grabbing down the end.
We'll go ahead and take a quick break here while we have an injury timeout. We will be right back for more action here with 2:05 left in the second quarter.
Have you been there yet? The Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland. Play indoor golf, pool, and darts year-round, and enjoy your favorite brew. Located at 118 Main Street, and it's easy to find, so stop in. The clubhouse and bar also have many sports TVs, and they have NFL ticket, so you can watch your favorite football games and enjoy a pizza. Now open weekdays at 4:30 p.m. and open Saturday and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Discover the fun at Sweeney's Clubhouse on Main in Sutherland.
And welcome back after that injury timeout to Devin Doyle. We got 3rd and 10 coming up for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Looks like we're going to have a false start. Just going to go ahead and back him up and give him a 3rd and 15.
Penalty against the Hawks.
I'm sure that's not what HMS head coach Tyler Horkley was hoping for after the injury timeout there. Going to bring up 3rd and long for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. 2:05 left here in the second quarter.
That makes it 3rd down and 15 after the left yard of the jump.
South O'Brien coaching staff's done a nice job with some adjustments tonight. Head coach Mark Furman for South O'Brien. So 3rd and 15 coming up here for HMS. Going to send a guy in motion. He's going to go back. He's going to take off in motion again. A little bit of a timing play there. Going to pitch it back to him. Did good getting around the first defender. We're going to have a late flag coming in here.
Number 13, Dawson Skip-off. Round through the left side, there is a flag on the play.
Picked up about 4 yards on that play here. HMS pointing towards South O'Brien. See what the official has for the call here. Looks like there'd be a personal foul. Pointing to his head. So it looks like we're going to have a personal foul, helmet-to-helmet hit against South O'Brien, which is unfortunately going to give HMS a first down, I believe.
B15. I believe since it's a personal foul this time, it would be an automatic first down.
So the yardage does give them enough for a first down, whether it was an automatic first down or yardage first down, but it's going to give HMS a first down via penalty, which is too bad. South O'Brien had it backed up, would have been way short of the first down on that pitch play here, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for Hartley Melvin Sanborn at the 42-yard line.
Maybe about 3 yards.
Looks like we're going to go ahead and have a timeout for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. So we got 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line with 1:49 left here in the second quarter. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
The Prairie Market in Polina. Wow, more than you might expect in a smaller community grocery store.
Every aisle is going to have things in it that you're surprised at that you can find at a small grocery store. We have a large produce department, and we work really hard at keeping our produce fresh. We're really proud of our meat department. Don and Ben do a great job. If you want something special, they will do that for you.
And to see all of their wonderful weekly specials, visit PaulinaPrairieMarket.com.
The professional lenders at the Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park are ready to tackle all of your loan needs, whether it be commercial, personal, or agricultural. So often we are concerned with rates, and yes, their rates are competitive, but more importantly is their service. You can feel comfortable sitting down, talking with one of their loan officers, and feeling confident that you are getting exactly what you wanted and more. The Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, your bankers and your friends. Proud supporters of their communities, member FDIC.
And we are back. We got a 1st and 10 here for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Evo throwing deep down the middle. It's going to way overthrow his receiver there. Looks like Noah Adams, number 2, the intended receiver there, but just overthrown. South O'Brien did have 2 defenders there back deep. So it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Only took 5 seconds off the clock, so we got a minute 44 left here. Hartley Melvin Sanborn with 1 timeout left there after that last timeout. South O'Brien does have 2 timeouts remaining here in the first half. So a minute 44 left here, 2nd and 10. Ball at the 42-yard line. They're going to have 2 split out to the right, 1 to the left.
1:44 now to
Let me go ahead and pitch it out. Oh, he had a fumble on the play.
It was Canner Bauer that got it.
Able just to go ahead and jump down on that there.
To Peters, had to pitch it really quick to skip off to avoid getting taken down. Skip off.
It's like number 13, Dawson Schimpf on that. He just wasn't able to quite corral that ball. So with the fumble on the pitch there, they're going to go ahead and lose a couple of yards.
Because of how quick it was coming out of my team a little time.
It's going to go ahead and give them a 3rd down and 13. Ball moves back to the 38-yard line.
That would have given the Wolverines great field position. 3rd and 13, pardon me, I said 15.
Coming down here in a minute left in the 2nd quarter. Going to go ahead and hand that one out the middle. We'll see if South O'Brien takes a timeout here. Looks like South O'Brien is going to go ahead and stop the clock here with 55 seconds left. After the short gain there, it's going to bring up 4th and long for the HMS Hawks. So 4th and 8, 4th and 10 coming up here. Looks like 4th and 8 for HMS Hawks coming up. So we got 55 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. South O'Brien taking a timeout, their 2nd timeout of the half. So it's going to be leaving with 1 timeout left here in the 2nd quarter.
And Spirit Lake is so slow. I really think, again, going into the game, I expect South O'Brien to be a lot farther than they are now. That being said, they're controlling this game. They had some penalties early, but they're actually controlling the tempo of this game.
They do control the tempo of this game definitely with their running game, but they've opened it up a little bit tonight. Some different plays that I haven't seen bring out this year.
Had a few passing plays tonight.
Sweep earlier to Reedman.
55 seconds.
So it looks like we're getting set here for the 4th down play coming up here. Assuming HMS is going to go ahead and punt this ball away with DJ Joyle. DJ Joyle was the one that kind of came up lame on that pass earlier, Kyle, so it's good to see him back out there. Assuming maybe he just had a tight hamstring and had to stretch that out. He's going to go ahead and get a nice kickoff. Got a fair catch called. Fair catch by Reedeman. So fair catch by Reedeman at the 23-yard line. 48 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. It'll be interesting to see how aggressive Coach Furman and the Wolverines come out here. Back at the 23-yard line with 48 seconds left. Probably worth calling a timeout there and see if maybe Wilson can break one.
Exactly.
1st and 10. We'll see what the Wolverines have in store here.
Looks like we're going to drop back to pass.
Lusher's going to roll out to his right and then quick pass to
Do a little short pass to Negus. Negus makes a nice move, makes the defender miss. Do have a flag on the play. Negus is going to pick up 12 yards here. We'll take the ball up to the 35-yard line, but we'll see what the penalty is here.
Tackled initially by number 12, DJ Doyle, and also in on that tackle, number 4, Trevor Moore.
Looks like we're going to have an offensive interference call here. Don't see too many offensive pass interference calls anymore, but must have been a pretty blatant call on that one.
10-yard penalty.
So it looks like it's going to back South O'Brien up about 3 yards, so it's going to be about 1st down and 13, 14 coming up here after the offensive pass interference call. Clock's still running here, so time's coming down to 30 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. We'll see what South O'Brien comes up here with 1st and 13. Clock coming down up here on 20 seconds left, 2nd quarter. Going to go ahead and hand it off to Wilson. Wilson's breaking one through. This is dangerous. Nice run by Wilson. Wilson gets that ball up to the 45-yard line. 16 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter. Just like we kind of predicted, Kyle. You could always hand it off to Wilson. He can bust for a big run.
So that's a gain.
So a 25-yard run for Wilson.
24 yards on the run for this.
That's what we were just talking about. Give them those extra yards and defense back a nice job.
That's a good point. Wilson got out of bounds, so it stops the clock with 17 seconds left, and you do preserve that one timeout you have remaining.
I would design some screen plays to Wilson on the backfield just for situations.
Going to go ahead and hand it off to Wilson again. He's got another big hole. We have another first down coming up here. So first down stops the clock with 10 seconds left.
Down on the other side of the 50, do the
tackled by number 78, Turner
yard line, picks up 13 more.
Looks like we got a timeout for South O'Brien, so we got 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back after these commercial breaks. And thank you to our fine sponsors.
Sweeney's Farm and Home Center and the Paulina Building Center are proud to support the South O'Brien Wolverines. They know it takes teamwork to accomplish goals on the playing field as well as in business. They're glad to be a part of the community team by helping make dreams come true. When you need building supplies and hardware, talk with the folks at Sweeney's Farm and Home Center and the Paulina Building Center. And good luck, South O'Brien Wolverines, in accomplishing your goals.
So we got back just a little bit late here for that first down play after the timeout. Lusher rolled out to the left and threw it deep down the field, a little bit short on the throw, and knocked down by an HMS defender. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here from the 43-yard line. So we've got 3 seconds left, so barring a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the second quarter. South O'Brien had a nice response here, coming down from 7-0 after a nice opening drive from HMS, and responded with 2 touchdowns of their own. So we got 2nd and 10 here from the 43-yard line. Down in distance doesn't really matter at this point. Going to go ahead. Looks like they got a blitz coming. Lucer's going to roll out to the right. It's going to be a tough pass there. He's just going to throw that ball away. That's going to go ahead and end the second quarter here. So halftime coming up here for homecoming night in Hartley. HMS came out fired up tonight. Had the ball ran over tonight. Sounded like they ran the ball over from Paulina with their cross-country runners tonight. So that was a neat scene to see when they came running in with that ball with the cross-country team. And crowd's just been fired up here tonight. You can definitely feel the energy in the air over here tonight. But South O'Brien is leading 16-7 here at halftime. We're going to go ahead and take a few minutes of commercial breaks, and we will come back with some of your halftime stats.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Deals at Gannett Auto Sales in Paulina, including a very nice blue 2010 Chevy Silverado LT 1500 4x4 with many extras and only 110,000 miles. Also a silver 2014 Chevy Equinox LTZ with only 64,500 miles, and it's loaded. Leather, heated seats, nav, rear camera, sunroof, and all-wheel drive, specially priced $16,395. Check out these vehicles at GannettAutoSales.com, and remember, if you want it and they don't have it, they will find it at Gannett Auto Sales in Paulina.
Everything you expect from your local Paulina hardware store, but now offering more. Shopping online is convenient because you can do it on your time and the inventory is seemingly endless. Welcome to TrueValue.com. Simply pick your store and your items will ship free right to our door at Paulina Hardware. Plus, we handle the returns, assembly, and simply stated, there's a local person who will take care of you. We love to see you in our store and love that we can bring you the convenience of shopping 24/7 at Paulina Hardware. Online at TrueValue.com.
Jazz Choir, Bible Study, Youth Group Quiz Bowl, Science Bowl. Clint is the son of Mark and Aline Peters. He is in choir, jazz choir, cross country, track and field, National Honor Society, Quiz Bowl, church choir, FFA, 4-H, student council, and drama. There they are, Joanna and Clint. Our second couple, royalty couple, is Hannah Jokums and Samuel Hawk. Hannah is the daughter of David and Kathy Jokum. She is involved with volleyball, basketball, golf, softball, and Monarchs on the Move program. Sam is the son of Ryan and Erica Hawk. He is active in basketball, baseball, golf, band, jazz band, National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, business club, speech, drama, school play, fellowship of
Put the
Christian
halftime
Athletes, student council,
sponsor up.
Bible study, youth group, math bee, and the NASA NASA space competition. There they are, right there. Hannah
You still
and
have
Sam.
ads running? No, you don't.
Next royalty couple is Gracie Myers and Nicholas Smythe. Gracie is the daughter of Jessica Giese and Eric Masbergen. She is.
So, what do you see in your future? Buying the perfect home with a big oak tree? Watching your child graduate from college? Or finding more time for hobbies during your retirement? Whatever your future holds, make sure you talk with the Farm Bureau Financial Services agent. Together, we'll create a plan that's right for you.
Contact Denise Steffen or Danny Rader in Primgar today.
It's your future. Let's protect it.
Around here, life is a continuous circle. At our best, we have caring people all around us. That's the power of Mercy One, a support network 20,000 strong, including more highly rated specialty services than anyone in the region. Personalizing your care, strengthening your circle, keeping you at the center of everything we do. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
In National Honor Society, Hope Reformed Youth Group, choir, football, track and field, and FFA. There they are. Carly.
Have you been there yet? To Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland. Play indoor golf, pool, and darts year-round, and enjoy your favorite brew. Located at 118 Main Street, and it's easy to find, so stop in. The clubhouse and bar also have many sports TVs, and they have NFL ticket, so you can watch your favorite football games and enjoy a pizza. Now open weekdays at 4:30 p.m. and open Saturday and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Discover the fun at Sweeney's Clubhouse on Main in Sutherland.
The Prairie Market in Polina. Wow, more than you might expect in a smaller community grocery store.
Every aisle is going to have things in it that you're surprised at that you can find at a small grocery store. We have a large produce department, and we work really hard at keeping our produce fresh. We're really proud of our meat department. Don and Ben do a great job. If you want something special, they will do that for you.
And to see all of their wonderful weekly specials, visit PaulinaPrairieMarket.com.
The professional lenders at the Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park are ready to tackle all of your loan needs, whether it be commercial, personal, or agricultural. So often we are concerned with rates, and yes, their rates are competitive, but more importantly is their service. You can feel comfortable sitting down, talking with one of their loan officers, and feeling confident that you are getting exactly what you wanted and more. The Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, your bankers and your friends. Proud supporters of their communities, member FDIC.
And welcome back here to our Holes Hour halftime show. We really appreciate Holes Hour Motors out of Cherokee being our halftime sponsor. If you're in the market and looking for a new vehicle, make sure you check out HolesHoursMotors.com. Got nice locations both north and south side of town there. We got Chevy, GMC, Buick, Dodge, Jeep out there, I believe. So nice selection of cars out there, new and used. Head out to Holes Hours and make sure you let them know that you heard them on the broadcast tonight and that looking for a good deal, Holes Hours will hook you up.
Exactly.
So we're here at halftime tonight with South O'Brien leading 16-7. We're coming down on 13 minutes left here at halftime. A little bit of extended halftime tonight with Hartley Middle and Sanborn's homecoming here tonight. South O'Brien had a nice response there, Kyle, after HMS came out and pounded that ball right down the first drive on their homecoming night here. So HMS got the ball, came out and scored right away tonight. They scored in the first quarter with 9:11 left with a Peters touchdown run, and then they went ahead and kicked the extra point with DJ Joyle to give them a 7-0 lead. And then South O'Brien responded in the second quarter with a Wilson touchdown run at 11:06 left. And then Wilson also ran in the 2-point conversion, so South O'Brien had a 8-7 lead with 11:06 left in the second quarter. And then South O'Brien did score again with 3:04 left in the second quarter with another Wilson touchdown run. Beautiful run by that Wilson that time. He ran a long touchdown run. And then QB Lucier was able to knock in the 2-point conversion. So South O'Brien with a 16-7 halftime lead here. Wilson's had a nice time running the ball here in the first half. Unofficial stats here that I have, it's 156 yards already in the first half. What a night.
That is phenomenal.
Most guys would be happy to have that kind of yardage throughout the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
And here Wilson has it in the first half, so I have a feeling we'll see a lot more Wilson in the second half.
And the thing about him is he's not flashy at all. But it's just fun to watch because all of a sudden, you said, you give him the ball and just watch him work.
Wilson gets the ball, makes a cut, and he's got the speed. If you're not there to tackle him, he's going to take it. He's also not one of those guys that's going to come down by an arm tackle.
No.
You need to get your arms wrapped around him. You need 2 guys to get him down.
There's some teams that are content with just, instead of tackling you, they just run into you, and hopefully that'll knock you down. He's not one of those guys.
It's not going to happen with him.
No, you got to wrap him and pull him down.
So Wilson with 156 yards running in the first half, also with 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. So nice first half for Wilson. I believe he came into the game with 833 yards rushing for the season already. So if he has a decent second half here, he'll be over 1,000 yards.
It'll be interesting.
That's not too bad. Five games into the season. So fullback Negus also had a couple carries in the first half. He ended up with 5 net yards. QB Lucier had a couple QB sneaks that he had there. He ended up with 5 yards, and then Riedemann on the sweep ended up with 8 yards rushing in the first half. South O'Brien through the air in the first half had 65 yards passing. So for the HMS Hawks, we had Peters with their score tonight. Peters has been their most successful running back on the ground. He's got 54 yards unofficially tonight. Then we have Banger with 18 yards rushing tonight. And then QB Ebel with 10 yards with a couple of QB keeks he had. And then we have Dawson Shemp with 10 yards. According to my stats here, I haven't seen any completions yet on the night for HMS through the air. So South O'Brien leading here 16-7 at the half. We still have 10 minutes remaining at halftime. And I want to thank Holzhauer Motors again for being our halftime sponsor. And also want to thank all the fine sponsors that we have from the South O'Brien area, especially to the Plena Body Shop for being our scoreboard sponsor. We also have the Plena Building Center for being a sponsor with us tonight, Farm Bureau Financial, Mercy One Medical Center, Sutherland Implement, Sweeney's Clubhouse, and I think I seen earlier on Facebook today that Sweeney's was streaming the game there in Sutherland tonight. So a little shout out to Sweeney's Clubhouse there tonight.
How y'all doing?
Grenade Auto Sales in Plena. Make sure you stop in and see Joel if you're looking for a vehicle and go find one for you. At the Prairie Market in Plena. Savings Bank out of Primgar. The Plena Hardware in Plena. TCA and Iowa State Bank. So we got the marching band out in the field. We'll go ahead and let you guys listen to them play here for a little bit. And we got 9 minutes left here in the halftime. And we'll be back here in a few minutes, but we'll go ahead and let you guys listen to the band for a little bit.
Harvey Melvin Sanborn Marching Band. Give them a nice hand, round of applause.
Have you been there yet? To Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland. Play indoor golf, pool, and darts year-round, and enjoy your favorite brew. Located at 118 Main Street, and it's easy to find, so stop in. The clubhouse and bar also have many sports TVs, and they have NFL ticket, so you can watch your favorite football games and enjoy a pizza. Now open weekdays at 4:30 p.m. and open Saturday and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Discover the fun at Sweeney's Clubhouse on Main in Sutherland.
The Prairie Market in Polina. Wow, more than you might expect in a smaller community grocery store.
Every aisle is going to have things in it that you're surprised at that you can find at a small grocery store. We have a large produce department, and we work really hard at keeping our produce fresh. We're really proud of our meat department. Don and Ben do a great job. If you want something special, they will do that for you.
And to see all of their wonderful weekly specials, visit PaulinaPrairieMarket.com.
The professional lenders at the Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park are ready to tackle all of your loan needs, whether it be commercial, personal, or agricultural. So often we are concerned with rates, and yes, their rates are competitive, but more importantly is their service. You can feel comfortable sitting down, talking with one of their loan officers, and feeling confident that you are getting exactly what you wanted and more. The Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, your bankers and your friends. Proud supporters of their communities. Member FDIC.
I think that's the biggest thing,
Deals at Gannett Auto Sales in Polina, including a very nice blue 2010 Chevy Silverado LT 1500 4x4 with many extras and only 110,000 miles. Also a silver 2014 Chevy Equinox LTZ with only 64,500 miles, and it's loaded. Leather, heated seats, nav, rear camera, sunroof, and all-wheel drive, specially priced $16,395. Check out these vehicles at GannettAutoSales.com, and remember, if you want it and they don't have it, they will find it at Gannett Auto Sales in Polina.
Everything you expect from your local Paulina hardware store, but now offering more. Shopping online is convenient because you can do it on your time and the inventory is seemingly endless. Welcome to TrueValue.com. Simply pick your store and your items will ship free right to our door at Paulina Hardware. Plus, we handle the returns, assembly, and simply stated, there's a local person who will take care of you. We love to see you in our store and love that we can bring you the convenience of shopping 24/7 at Paulina Hardware. Online at TrueValue.com.
And welcome back here to our Holzhauer's halftime show. We appreciate everyone joining us here tonight via our YouTube stream, Fuller Digital Solutions, and like we said earlier, we couldn't do this with all of our fine sponsors here tonight. So we're coming up with 2 minutes left here before the start of the third quarter. Both teams out on the field here getting warmed up and stretching back out again here tonight on this cool fall night. Pretty interesting how it turned over to fall, and the weather changed with the changing over to fall.
I tell you, it seems like the last couple of years, we don't really get spring. It goes from winter to summer. You get like 2 hours of spring, and the only way that you know that it's fall is it's football.
That's right. But it was a little warm start the season off for football this year with practices and games.
It is, and you see everybody coming to the games, in shorts and t-shirts and everything. And that's about the time where everybody, starts having to bundle up a little bit more.
That's why I'm kind of glad we're up in the Crow's Nest tonight, and they had the door open here for a while, but they're keeping it shut now, which is a little nice because neither one of us is starting not to bring a jacket along with us tonight. So.
And I was like, I should bring my jacket. I have one in the golf bag in the trunk of my car. I should bring it. No, I don't need it.
That's the way it rolls, right? Exactly. So we're coming up with a minute left here for the kickoff.
HMS really came out the first quarter and just keep firing on all cylinders. South O'Brien, was able to control the tempo of the game throughout the rest of the first half.
South O'Brien did have a nice response there. HMS definitely came out fired up on homecoming night here and took the ball down the field. Was aided by a couple of big penalties there on that drive by South O'Brien, but South O'Brien with a nice response in the second quarter with 16 unanswered points for the 16-7 halftime lead here. HMS did have a nice drive going in the second quarter, Kyle. They're, before they turned the ball over to South O'Brien with that interception, but they took that timeout. They had like a 2nd and 10 and ran the ball around the end and got a first down. And the next play they got another first down, moved the ball down about the 30-yard line, and then they tried a little play action pass and threw an interception there about down the 5-yard line. And South O'Brien got the ball back, and Mr. Wilson took over with a big run there to finish that drive off. South O'Brien did have a nice pass play also on that drive.
Start for kickoff here, but I tell you, let's see what the coaches of HMS games have said over the locker room. See how that goes.
So South O'Brien kicked the ball off, start the game, so they're going to go ahead and receive here starting the second half. We'll see what adjustments that Coach Furman has made for South O'Brien, as well as Tyler Horkey for the HMS Hawks. Players definitely trying to stay warm out there. You see them shaking their arms and doing some stretches, and definitely a cool night with that breeze.
And I tell you, homecoming court was announced and everything, which was great. Everything was just some of those girls didn't have sleeves or anything, and you see them shaking their arms.
It was a chilly night for homecoming, that's for sure. But this is the type of night that I loved playing football back when I was in high school, because you definitely get hot in those pads, and nice cool weather kind of offsets that heat a little bit. So DJ Joyle getting set to kick off here for the start of the third quarter. So we'll see what happens here to start the third quarter. Pretty good kickoff here.
Game so far, well, for an even better second half. Good kick by Doyle, fielded by Nelson. Waits for the blocks to set up.
Looks like Reed Nelson on the return here. Not a whole lot of running room. Nice job by Hartley Melvin Sandbar on the kick coverage there. Going to get the ball out to the 25-yard line, so it looks like he only had about an 8-yard return there. So 1st and 10, South O'Brien at the 25-yard line. Just getting started here in the third quarter.
Careful here, because this is the time where it come out and Tristan Wilson hits you with a big home run touchdown and kind of just breaks your back.
So what do you think, Kyle? Is this first play going to be a run or a pass play?
Let's see. He's got that ability.
Got a line I formation, split out to the right. And Lucer's going to roll out and he's going to pass it.
Right, run it left, and
nice catch there. A little bit of a bobble on the sideline, but he's going ahead and hang on to that one. Looks like Zeke Lundquist on the catch. Nice catch there. So the reason I asked what you thought that play was going to be, just watching South O'Brien a few games earlier in the year, Kyle, they came out, they threw the ball on first down a few times, so kind of throws the defense off a little bit. So about a 22-yard gain. Got 1st and 10 for South O'Brien on the 43-yard line. We're going to go hand it off right at the middle to the fullback Negus. He's running tough up there. Several guys on him, kept his legs churning. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 yards. 3-yard gain for Negus on first down, so we're going to bring up 2nd and 7.
HMS off guard, and nice job of throwing on the run by Lusher, putting that ball really right on the money receivers.
So South O'Brien 2nd and 7. Wilson deep in the backfield here. Got split out to the left. Going to go hand it off to Wilson. He makes a nice little cut there. Boy, we had an ankle tackle there.
We'll see where they mark him. I might have even fallen past the 45.
Just barely stopped him there.
First down, ball spotted at the 45-yard line.
Quick dive right up the middle of the field.
We had a nice 10-yard run there by Wilson.
Just one quick jump cut, and he's just into that second up. That's all it takes. He gets a hiccup. Tristan Wilson now. Davis into the game now.
All right, 1st and 10, South O'Brien.
Wide receiver. receiver. They're going to hand it to Wilson. Right
Going to hand it off to Wilson. He's going to bust it out to the left. It ran to the official.
Cuts all the way back left. That might have saved
What a nice run by Wilson, but that might have saved a touchdown for Hartley Melvin Sanborn, as official definitely slowed him down. We got another about 12-yard gain for Wilson on that play.
Wilson ran into the back of his right tackle, had nowhere to go, and then just quickly able to cut back to the left side.
That's going to take the ball down to the 29-yard line of Hartley Melvin Sanborn.
There, I believe, right? And right behind the linebackers, slowed him down enough to let the Hawks catch up, or that one could have been another long touchdown run for Tristan.
Going to go ahead and hand off to Wilson again. He's got a hole on the right side there.
Big hole right side, and he keeps it that way. And then
kept going that way. He's going to have about a 9-yard gain.
Number 78, Turner Sullivan on that tackle.
Good gain on first for Wilson as he's down to the 20-yard line.
Takes the ball down to the 20-yard line.
In the umpire's defense on that play.
Gain of 8 yards on that play.
About 2nd and 2 coming up there. He's going to go 8 yards on that play.
At the 20-yard line.
Going to come back that fast that minute.
So South O'Brien marching the ball right down the field, came out passing here, then hand off to Negus a little bit earlier, and a couple of runs by Wilson.
We saw Wilson run
pretty tough hit there on that play.
To the left side.
Going to go ahead and give enough for a first down, though. About a 3-yard run. Going to take the ball down to the 17-yard line for a 1st and 10, South O'Brien.
Short game, but picks up the first down.
Ball on the 17-yard line.
1st and 10, South O'Brien back in their traditional I formation. One split out to the right. Going to go ahead and pitch it to the left to Wilson. Wilson there gets by around one defender.
22, Tristan Wilson, the ball carrier. Brought down by number 4, Trevor Mortensen.
Looks like Wilson's going to go ahead and pick up about 4 yards on that play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4, 2nd down, 6 yards to go.
So South O'Brien, a pretty traditional team here, Kyle, as they always bring in a sub from the sideline to call the play in. You see a lot of teams going now to signals on the sideline, but South O'Brien sticking with a pretty traditional program here with a I formation, running the plays in. Back in the I formation to go ahead and same play, but basically going to pitch it to the other side. Nice pursuit by HMS on that play. Looks like Wilson might have even lost a yard on that one. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
3rd down, 7 yards to go.
So 3rd and 7, South O'Brien. Looks like we're at the 15-yard line. Coming down 8.5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter.
Definitely probably in 2-down territory.
I formation, Wilson back deep in the I formation. Oop! Looks like we have a little bit of an offsides call there again. So HMS makes a nice play and stops South O'Brien for a loss, and then they go ahead and give him 5 yards back on the penalty.
5-yard penalty against the Hawks.
So that's going to set South O'Brien up with a 3rd and looks like about a 3rd and 3.
Awful tough, with 2 downs, about impossible to stop this South O'Brien team on 2 downs and 2 yards.
Absolutely, now ball down to the 10-yard line after the penalty.
Ball at the 10-yard line. Looks like Lucer's going to fake the. He's got a guy wide open in the end zone. Oh, the receiver fell down. Man, he came out and he was wide open. QB just see him a little bit too late there, Kyle.
In the end zone,
came out just a little bit late on the rollout, and receiver wasn't able to keep his feet on that one. But nice play call there by South O'Brien. Really liked the play call, just wasn't quite executed, but definitely keeping the defense a little bit off guard there. So we got a long scoreboard says 4th and 2, but it looks a little longer than 4th and 2. It looks about like 4th and 4, doesn't it?
It really does.
They go ahead and hand off to Wilson. Oh, he's going to break through. Looks like he got down to about the 2-yard line. First down run by Wilson's going to give South O'Brien a 1st and goal.
There's enough for a 1st down.
Hitting the hole very, very quickly tonight.
Wilson hit that hole hard. Looks like the ball is on the 2-yard line.
Before he got to the line,
so 1st and goal, South O'Brien.
He just gets speed so quick, and now Lusher using that Big body for another quarterback.
Looks like the QB's going to keep it right up the middle, and he's going to go ahead and get in for the touchdown. So a 2-yard run for Lusher here in the third quarter.
Quarterback sneak. And Josh Sim, Cantor Bauer, Thomas Nelson on the interior of this line do such a great job that Jackson Lusher, just that quarterback sneak is such a good weapon for this South O'Brien team. We saw Lusher scoring it 3 times last
So South O'Brien comes out here and has a nice drive to open up the third quarter.
And that puts South O'Brien up 22-7.
Did have a nice pass completion here coming out to start the drive, and then they kept it on the ground all the way down to the end zone with QB Lusher sneaking it in for a touchdown. Going to go ahead and take it with Lusher again. And we'll see what the call is here. Looks like this one is going to be a little bit short. So the 2-point conversion attempt is going to fail. It's going to give South O'Brien a 22-7 lead here with 7:38 left in the third quarter. We'll go ahead and be right back after this commercial break.
So what do you see in your future? Buying the perfect home with a big oak tree? Watching your child graduate from college? Or finding more time for hobbies during your retirement? Whatever your future holds, make sure you talk with the Farm Bureau Financial Services agent. Together, we'll create a plan that's right for you.
Contact Denise Steffen or Danny Rader in Primgar today.
It's your future. Let's protect it.
Around here, life is a continuous circle. At our best, we have caring people all around us. That's the power of Mercy One, a support network 20,000 strong, including more highly rated specialty services than anyone in the region, personalizing your care, strengthening your circle, keeping you at the center of everything we do. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
2-point conversion, though.
Micah Davis back to kick off, or Micah Davis kicking off for South O'Brien. After the Lusher score, putting South O'Brien up 22-7 here in the third quarter.
Good leg as well. This one caught on the run by Mortensen, and now
Mortensen on the run here. Oh, he's got a break out to the outside. South O'Brien's got an angle on him, though. What a nice return. I'll tell you, Kyle, HMS has had a lot of nice shifty returns tonight. Once they get guys out in open space, they can really move.
Oh, yeah. Really got some speed in starting.
For the most part, though, South O'Brien has kept these speedy guys contained on offense, but it seems to be more of the special teams play where they've had the bigger returns and some excitement there. So HMS with a nice return and good field position to start this drive. So South O'Brien came out and scored. We'll see what HMS can do on their first drive, the second half. Going to go ahead and fake it up the middle and going to pitch it back to the running back. Just like we had Nate Bangert with the pitch. Take the pitch from the quarterback, and he's going to go ahead and have a big loss on first down. Looks like he's going to lose about 7 yards. So it's going to set up South O'Brien with a second and 17.
You can tell they have a good weight program going right now because these kids, like you said, even at 185 pounds, doesn't,
Second and 17, South O'Brien.
Very well put together.
Look at Tristan Wilson
on defense, HMS here on offense.
Side as well when he's out there on the defensive side.
It's like Eagle's going to roll out to the left and try to pass. Tough angle there. Oh, almost picked off. What a tough angle to try to throw that ball. Running to his left and trying to throw it back across his body. That's always a dangerous play. So that's going to bring up third and long.
It'll be third down.
Turn that back up. I thought it was too quiet.
Line of vision to try to make that throw.
So it's going to bring up third and long for Hartley Melvin Sanborn.
Who was in the backfield against Sioux Central constantly last week, doing more of that again this week here against HMS.
Got two split out to the left, one to the right. They go ahead and take off in motion there. Going to try a little pitch out. Ooh, got around the defender there. Nice run by HMS.
21, Nate Bangert.
12 yards.
Bangert with the carry there.
Down in 5. Nice little.
He's going to go ahead and pick up 12 yards there.
Nelson
sets this up
down and
It's going to give HMS about a 4th and 6, just inside South O'Brien territory at the 48-yard line. So, Kyle, at this point in the game, HMS down 15. Looks like they might go for this one here. Just inside in Pullen territory. Coming out in tight formation. It's like they're running an option play. Well defended by South O'Brien. Nice play by the Wolverines. Going to take the ball over on downs. So HMS comes out on 4th and 6 and tries the option. So nice play by South O'Brien there on the option defense. QB tried to turn it up the field there, and South O'Brien was ready for him. So looked like Ebel needed to keep going a little more towards the sideline with that one. So South O'Brien comes out in their I formation. Going to go ahead. Oh, got a fumble on the play. Just a little bit of a miscommunication on the handoff there, but Wilson able to pounce back on that ball. So fortunate break there for South O'Brien, not getting the ball turned over. Coming down on 6 minutes left here in this third quarter. Excellent field position for South O'Brien. You're right, Kyle. It's on the 46-yard line here. Going to go hand it off to Wilson again, this time with a clean handoff. Wilson fighting through over there. Got through several defenders. Definitely got a lot more yards out of that carry than I thought he would get. Got about 6 yards there, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. Third and 4, South O'Brien coming up here on the just inside of HMS territory, about the 47-yard line.
Still 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Big 3rd down and 4 in this game.
3rd and 4 coming up on 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Just about got them to jump off sides. They're going to go and hand it off to Wilson on the left side. Wilson's going to break it through. He's going to go for the touchdown. Once he gets through there, no one's going to catch him. 47-yard one for Wilson. No flags on the play, so this play is going to stand. So South O'Brien coming out scoring quick here on a couple drives. Wilson is an exciting runner. Once he gets through that coverage there, Kyle.
Third down run. Got to that last line of defense and a couple of attempts at the arm touch. As we've seen.
Got a flag here on the 2-point conversion try. Looks like we're going to have a false start, so that's going to make this 2-point conversion a little bit more difficult.
More of a challenge.
More interesting.
So
So we'll see here if we South O'Brien keeps it on the ground, or maybe they'll put it up on the air here, a little play action.
He was out there on special teams. Haven't seen him much on defense. So if he got a little
well, South O'Brien up 28-7 after that last score here. Still going for two.
Leg injury, not really allowing him to kick real accurately right now.
Going to go ahead and roll out to the left here, looking for a pass. This will throw it up there and see what happens. Going to go ahead and take the sack.
For the sack on
by number 57,
Tristan Wilson.
So HMS stops South O'Brien on the 2-point conversion attempt. So with 5:07 left here in the third quarter, South O'Brien leading 28-7 after the Wilson 47-yard touchdown run. We'll go ahead and be right back after this commercial break. We thank you for joining us tonight on Fuller Digital Solutions broadcast.
Have you been there yet? The Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland. Play indoor golf, pool, and darts year-round, and enjoy your favorite brew. Located at 118 Main Street, and it's easy to find, so stop in. The clubhouse and bar also have many sports TVs, and they have NFL Ticket, so you can watch your favorite football games and enjoy a pizza. Now open weekdays at 4:30 p.m. and open Saturday and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Discover the fun at Sweeney's Clubhouse on Main in Sutherland.
And we're back. South O'Brien with the kickoff here, fielded by Mortensen for HMS. South O'Brien with a nice job on kick coverage on that play. Kick was a little bit short, off to the right side there. HMS is going to take over, it looks like about on the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 with 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. South O'Brien leading 28-7. So a nice in-county rivalry here with HMS Hawks taking on South O'Brien here tonight. These teams go back quite a ways with their rivalry going on. HMS came out fired up here tonight for their homecoming, but South O'Brien's had a nice response with 28 unanswered points. Evil's going to roll it to the right. Oh, he's going to pitch it. Pitch is too high. Big fumble. Banger was able to fall on it there for Hartley Melvin Sanborn, but boy, it's going to put him in a difficult position here. That's going to be about a 14-yard loss. So we're going to have 2nd and 24 coming up here.
24 yards on a loss of 14 on the play.
Ball back and just inside the 15-yard line. So after South O'Brien scores, HMS comes out with the fumble. Not how you want to start off your drive. Looks like we're going to go hand it off up the middle here. Looks like Peters on the carry up the middle. It's going to be a short gain. Give him 2 yards on the carry there. So we're going to have 3rd and long here for HMS. Ball's at the 16-yard line. So we got 3rd and 24 coming up here with a 2-yard carry there for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. So South O'Brien coming out here in the second half and controlling this game so far.
You're right. Absolutely. 3:35 to go now. Evil going to try to pass it.
Tried to pass it here. It looks like it's going to have a first completion of the night. Ooh, they got a flag here at the end.
That's going to be some free yardage.
Dawson Shipoff with the catch there.
Micah Davis with the flag on the play.
Goes out to the 23, so it's a gain of about 7.
So first completion tonight for HMS. Looks like we're going to have another hit to the helmet there.
I believe that one went against Micah Davis.
So we'll see what this yardage does here as far as whether it's still going to be a 4th down. It's going to bring the ball up to the 37-yard line for HMS.
It's not going to be a first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Does not give him a first down here. It looks like the officials are going to huddle here and
15. So no first downs automatically apparently on any play in high school. I was wondering that. I didn't think so. I can remember for sure.
So in high school play, it doesn't seem to matter, Kyle. If it's a 3rd and long and you get a penalty, they just mark off the yardage. It's not an automatic first down. So we got 3rd and 2 coming up here. Going to pitch it out to the left end, and they're going to have a big first down. Plenty of room after that. Got a flag coming in from deep there. Still going. What a run. Dawson Schnipoff with the run there. Had a heck of a run for HMS on that play. Broke several tackles on that run, so that was a nice run by. Looks like we're going to have a holding call, though, on Hartley Melvin Sanborn. So fortunate break there for South O'Brien. That holding call is going to take it back. I tell you, Kyle, when they get out in open spaces, though, they can really get moving in a hurry. So South O'Brien has really done a pretty nice job containing HMS tonight, but the couple times they have gotten out in the open, they got some dangerous runners.
Sorry, the 34. This is a time where HMS they can't get.
It'll be 3rd down, 4 yards to go.
This is a big drive for HMS here with South O'Brien up, 3 scores at this point in the game. Still plenty of time left here, but if they want to get back into this thing, they need a score. So we're going to bring up 3rd and along 4, 3rd and 5 here. Going to go ahead and pitch it out to the right. It's good defense by South O'Brien there. Penetration. Banger on the carry for HMS. It's going to go ahead and lose a couple yards.
It'll be 4th down and 8 yards to go.
4th and 8 for HMS.
The first guy there makes the solid tackle.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Needing to go for it probably on 4th down.
So guessing here at this point in the game, down by 3 scores, and the way South O'Brien has come out in the second half, I think they're probably going to go for this one.
Yeah.
And as I say that, they're going to line up in punt formation.
It's okay, I do that all the time.
DJ Doyle back to punt.
And has a good end over end kick.
Riedemann had to go through his hands, so it's a live ball back there. He's going to go ahead and pick it up. He's got room to run around the right side if you get past that defender, but nice tackle there by the HMS defender. Looks like Mason Brakeman on the tackle. I tell you, if Riedemann got around that edge there, he had a lot of running room. So nice tackle by HMS. So that's going to put the ball at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 here for South O'Brien with 2:05 left.
South O'Brien will back it up even more. So the field position flip the Hawks needed. Now they just need to get a turnover here or something.
So HMS definitely, with that drive, at least flip field position here. If they can get a quick 3 and out from South O'Brien, they'll put themselves back in a good position here. Looks like we also had a penalty here on South O'Brien. I didn't see a flag on this play, but it's going to go ahead and back South O'Brien up to the 10-yard line. So South O'Brien pretty deep here.
They come back from being deep like this before, so.
So we'll see what they come out here. 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Willing to bet here they're probably going to be running the ball from this deep in their territory, but you never know. It surprised us a few times with the different pass plays tonight. They're going to go hand it off to Wilson. Nice cut to get around the first guy. He's going to go ahead and get about 4 yards there in that first carry.
Initially by number 4, Trevor Mortensen, and also in on that tackle, number 9.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 for South O'Brien. Late here in the third quarter, South O'Brien deep in their own territory. Ball at the 14-yard line.
Wilson stays in throughout the duration of this one. He's going to top that.
Going to go ahead and hand it off to Wilson. Ooh, immediate penetration by HMS on that play. Wilson barely able to get the ball handed off to him, and defenders are right there, so they're going to have a loss on this one.
On the play,
and also number 13.
So a 4-yard loss on that one's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
Third down.
The ball back at the 10-yard line after that loss on that play.
Skip-off was in there, as well. They blitz right to the hole.
Coming up with a minute left here in the third quarter, we'll see what South O'Brien comes out with here on this play. A little bit of a late substitution there, getting the play in here for South O'Brien. So they got the play clock winding down here, about 5 seconds left. We'll see if we can get this play off. Got her off in time. We're going to go ahead and pitch it out to the left of Wilson, hoping Wilson can break one here for 10 yards or so. Man, he made a couple of guys miss, but just too much defensive flow there from HMS on this play. Wilson's going to go ahead and pick up 2 yards on that toss play.
9, Hunter Dodd, and also number 13, Dawson Skip on that one. Fourth down.
So it looks like South O'Brien can let this play clock run out if they'd like. That'll take us down to the fourth quarter. We'll see what Coach Furman wants to do here. Looks like it is a bit of a crosswind on Peterson Field here tonight, so looks like either direction they punt, wind's not going to matter. So South O'Brien's going to go ahead and let the play clock run out here. So after 3, we got South O'Brien leading 28-7. We're going to go ahead and go to a commercial break. We appreciate you joining us here tonight. You are listening to Wolverine Football via Fuller Digital Solutions and YouTube streaming.
The Prairie Market in Polina. Wow, more than you might expect in a smaller community grocery store.
Every aisle is going to have things in it that you're surprised at that you can find at a small grocery store. We have a large produce department, and we work really hard at keeping our produce fresh. We're really proud of our meat department. Don and Ben do a great job. If you want something special, they will do that for you.
And to see all of their wonderful weekly specials, visit PaulinaPrairieMarket.com.
The professional lenders at the Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park are ready to tackle all of your loan needs, whether it be commercial, personal, or agricultural. So often we are concerned with rates, and yes, their rates are competitive, but more importantly is their service. You can feel comfortable sitting down, talking with one of their loan officers, and feeling confident that you are getting exactly what you wanted and more. The Savings Bank of Primgar, Hartley, and Lake Park, your bankers and your friends. Proud supporters of their communities. Member FDIC.
14-16.
We are back here to start the fourth quarter. So final quarter here on homecoming night for HMS. South O'Brien facing a 4th and 10 here from the 10-yard line, so going to punt the ball away.
Tonight, Hawks looking for the homecoming upset, but number 10 South O'Brien has had other ideas. The Wolverines lead it 28-7. Got a 4th and 10.
Looks like we have Caden Hill back to punt.
Punted away. Noah Adams is standing right in front of his own 50. Right in front of the 50.
Nice kick away for South O'Brien here.
Short kick.
Took a little bit of a bounce back towards HMS, so favorable bounce for the Hawks on that play there. So good field position here for HMS Hawks to take over.
And the Hawks will take over.
Looks like the ball is going to be at about the 38-yard line, so only 38 yards for HMS here to get the pay dirt on this drive. They can put something together here. So HMS coming out 1st and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line.
Starting in South O'Brien territory.
Evil's going to go ahead and keep that one. He kind of faked it up the middle and had a nice run there to start off the drive.
From the quarterback keeper through the middle.
Wolverines defense have just
brought down by number 86.
A lot of first downs.
So Evil picks up 8 yards on 1st and 10 there.
Gain of about 8 yards and a second down, 2 yards to go.
It's going to take the ball down to the 30-yard line. So 2nd and 2 for HMS coming out with their traditional wingback formation.
Once again, they go Peters, who runs into his own man, and that's
hand off to Peters on the left side. Gang tackle by South O'Brien. Looks like there's going to be no gain on that play, so that's going to bring up 3rd and.
O'Brien in on that tackle, number 57.
They're on the pull block.
Darian Keith.
Looks like he might have even lost a half a yard or yard there, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 3.
And about 2.5 or 3 yards to go.
What's that called? It looked like the left
so 3rd and 3 coming up here.
Usually you see guards on
just got underway here in the 4th quarter.
That was kind of the left guard pulling to the left side on a little quick pull there.
Yeah, trying to maybe kick
South O'Brien's come out and scored 2 touchdowns here to start the half, so 28 unanswered points here after the first score in the first quarter by HMS. They're going to go ahead and pitch it out to the right side to Banger. Nice. Nice pursuit by South O'Brien over there. Tristan Wilson on the pursuit over there. So Mr. Wilson does it all for South O'Brien.
Apparently he does.
Well, he just came out of nowhere there. I thought when he first initially got that pitch, he was going to get that first down pretty easy, but Wilson came flying in and made the tackle. Looks like we had a flag on the play also. Looks like we're going to have a holding call.
Maybe a hold, it looks like, on the Hawks.
So holding on Hartley Melvin Sanborn. That's going to go ahead and set him back for 10 yards. So we're going to have a 3rd and 13 now.
41-yard line.
Get to that outside edge.
A little bit too good, apparently. As that makes about 3rd down and 13.
So 3rd and 13 coming up here. 10:31 left in the 4th quarter.
Closed up quick. He had a lot of space, and then Davis was in pursuit, and then guess who?
So we'll see what HMS comes out here with a 3rd and long. Looks like we got 2 split out to the left, 1 to the right. We're going to go ahead and roll out and pass. Not much time to pass there. It's going to be picked off by South O'Brien. Matt Riedemann with the interception for South O'Brien. Boy, that quarterback didn't have much time to pass the ball there, Kyle. As soon as he turned around to roll out, defender was right there, and he's feeling that hit a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
He took a beating on that play. So big turnover there with 10:09 left in the 4th quarter. HMS came out and tried to pass, but great defensive pressure by South O'Brien, ready for that rollout. So South O'Brien's going to take over here. Ball looks like it's at the 41-yard line. Going to go ahead and hand it off to Wilson. He's going to take it out the left. Going around the left side there. Try to get through a couple of tackles. Looks like Wilson's going to pick up 2 yards. We're going to have 2nd and 8 coming up here. Time of the game here, Kyle. I'm guessing they probably want to keep this ball on the ground and just keep eating the clock up with the 21-point lead.
I would think so. Here's the thing: a lot of teams, when they get kind of close, they play not to lose. I don't think South O'Brien has to worry about those. They just need it, like you said. Just keep, those 4-yard runs and everything. Keep it on the ground and just
now split out right.
Looks like Wilson came out of the game here. We got Riley Davis in the backfield. He's going to take the pitch off to the right. Nice pursuit, but he got around that defender. So nice job by Davis not to take a loss there and get around that defender in the backfield. He's going to go ahead and pick up a couple yards here, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
was nice.
You sure don't see Wilson come out of the game very often, but he got a break on that play. We'll see if he comes back in here for this 3rd and 5.
So we're down in 5 clock, running under 9 minutes. Riedemann brings in the play.
Looks like we got Riedemann coming on the sideline for the play, so. So we still got Riley Davis deep in the backfield here for South O'Brien, giving Wilson a little bit of a break here.
Under 10 to go. And like
3rd and 5 coming up. Got to read him in motion. Going to go ahead and hand it off to Davis again.
Learn how to win. You gotta learn how to.
Not a bad run there by Davis. Kept his feet turning. Going to be a little bit short of the first down here. It's going to bring up about a 4-yard gain for Davis.
4th down, 1 yard to go.
4th and 1 for South O'Brien.
How to win games, and they just kind of got that aura about them here as they're putting this one away 28-7. I mean, the game not over. You never know what could happen in football, but comfortable with the lead and chewing up the clock and know how to use the time, break the,
or if they don't,
how to just kick it off there and snap the ball with plenty of time on the clock.
You know, when you have a senior team like this with leadership.
Not sure what that looks like. They have an official timeout, Kyle.
Been down, got down 7-0.
So it looks like he's getting ready to wind the clock here again. Not sure if there was an injured player that maybe was a little bit slow getting off the field.
Take care of business and like that. You know, just slowing the game down.
Or if that was a trainer coming across, maybe.
No, come right back up. Whether playing at a fast tempo or trying to take time off the clock.
South O'Brien making a late substitution here. Play clock getting down here. Looks like South O'Brien's going to go ahead and take a timeout. Probably a smart decision there on this, 4th and 1 play coming up.
I honestly wasn't even sure.
We'll just go ahead and keep it here for this timeout. So we're coming just a little bit under 8 minutes with in the 4th quarter here. South O'Brien just a little off kilter there, so a good timeout there with the 4th and 1, long 1, 4th and 2 maybe here. Regroup, get a good play call here, and see if we can get a big first down for South O'Brien. And get a big first down here, it's going to eat a lot more of that clock up.
We do have another cell phone turned in.
HMS has taken 1 timeout here in the second half, so they have 2 remaining. South O'Brien hasn't taken any, so not that South O'Brien wants to stop the clock, but all right, I take that back. South O'Brien just took that last timeout, so they have 2 remaining. So we got Davis here deep in the I formation. Going to go ahead and keep it right at the middle. He's going to turn it through, and he broke it loose.
Fullback sneak by Jackson Lusher on 4th and 1, and Lusher keeps his feet and a big run. Wow.
What a big run for the quarterback right at the middle, and once he got through that initial line, he was able to get a big gain there. All the way down to the 25-yard line.
Might be the best quarterback sneak.
27.
Looks like he picked up about 25 yards on that play.
Excuse me, yes, 27 about on that play.
So South O'Brien takes 1st and 10. So got Davis deep in the backfield. Going to hand it off. Got around 1 defender. Couldn't make the second and third guy miss there, but he was able to get around the initial pressure. At least he didn't lose too many yards on that play. It's like he's going to lose about loss of 2 on that play. So that's going to be 2nd and 12.
30 to go. 2nd down and 11.
I'll tell you what, the South O'Brien runners, man, if they break that first tackle and get past that second one, they're going.
South O'Brien does have some good runners. Looks like Wilson's coming back in the game here.
Split out right now. Mormon on the right side tight end.
We go and hand it off to Wilson again here. Boy, Wilson had 2 guys all over him, and look at him just keep his legs turning and carrying him down the field.
22, Tristan Wilson. To the right side, tackled by number 12.
Wilson's going to go ahead and pick up 5 yards on that carry.
Down, 7 yards to go.
DJ Doyle on the tackle for HMS. In the play for South O'Brien.
Looks like we're going to bring up 3rd and 6 here.
168-pound senior.
Ball at the 22-yard line.
Josh Sim's a really impressive center. We've seen those sneaks work so good, and you got to think a lot of that is because of Sim.
Wilson with another tough run.
Number 22, Tristan Wilson.
Well, you look at the run and you look at the play, and you don't think he gains that many yards, but then you look at the down marker go about 4 or 5 yards down the field.
2 yards to go.
So Wilson picks up another 4 yards. Going to give him 4th and 2 here. Takes the ball down to about the 17-yard line. Looks like they need to get about to the 15-yard line to pick up a first down. We'll see what they come up. Kind of wondered if we have another QB sneak coming there.
Number 16,
and he's going to go ahead and pick up the first down, it looks like.
Looks like he has first down yardage there at the 17. Looks like he got just inside.
So the first time in the first half when they did a QB sneak and didn't pick it up, it's been pretty successful after that.
Sneak for Lusher.
Well, they've got a huge offensive line that catches basically the ball away.
Like you said, going in right
South O'Brien definitely has a good-sized offensive line. And you got to think here getting late in the fourth quarter that offensive line pushing you around all night probably is going to be wearing you down a little bit.
It's Thomas Nelson and it's Josh Sim on the
under
right
6
side.
minutes to go here. Going to hand it off to Wilson. He's going to try to bust it around the outside. Just too many guys outside, and guy got him around the ankle, so not able to break that ankle tackle.
Down by number 4, Trevor Mortensen for the Hawks.
So South O'Brien's going to go ahead and lose 4 yards on that play.
Loss of 4 yards will be second down. 14 yards to go.
Second and 14 for South O'Brien.
Guys have not given up. Those guys continue to play
Ball on the 19-yard line.
HMS on defense. They combined for the 4-yard loss on the play for Tristan Wilson.
And once again, when they get the whole come over the top.
That's almost how you have to tackle him.
Excuse me.
One player can really tackle him.
Back in I formation, going to hand it off to Wilson again. Got a nice run there. Seeing a defender got a hold of his jersey and kind of brought him down by his jersey. It's a good thing he did that because he probably would have been gone. But nice run by Wilson on that. So if they go from a second and 14 to a first and 14 to a third and 7, so a 7-yard run on that play.
Up 7 sets up third down and 7.
Ball about an 11-yard line.
And you noted that last week, Kevin. He's got those
So South O'Brien doing a nice job here, eating up the clock.
cut so quickly.
Exactly what they wanted to do here after getting the ball back.
Running at the same time.
Don't have to be in a real big hurry to score. Just want to keep getting those first downs and keep that clock moving.
Mm-hmm.
Going to pitch it out to the left to Wilson. Going to break it back up the middle. Nice run by Wilson there. Didn't see much on the outside, so go ahead and cut it back up the middle and get as much as you can there.
Number 4, Trevor Mortensen. Fourth down, 3 yards to go.
It's going to pick up 3 yards on that run. It's going to break up a 4th and 3. Looks like the ball is about the 7-yard line. South O'Brien with a good crowd over there tonight. Got the stands full and got several people standing on both sides of the bleachers over there. So
he gets in the fullback, read him and split out right.
Going to have a false start on South O'Brien here. So unfortunate penalty here on 4th and 3. So it's going to back him up. I guess as I say, South O'Brien has a nice crowd here. They really didn't have too far to travel, but it also helps when your team's ranked 10th.
True.
In Class 1A.
Yeah, they did come in this game 4-0. So.
Coming 4-0 tonight, and after that first drive, South O'Brien's pretty much dominated this game tonight. So after the penalty, it's going to take it to 4th and 8 from the 13-yard line.
The previous week had defeated Alta Aurelia, who was
clock is winding again here, so coming down on 3 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Lucia's going to roll out the pass, got some pressure there. Going to throw it here kind of late. Ball's going to be deflected by HMS defender. So that's going to go ahead and turn the ball over on downs with 3:09 left in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be tough for HMS because they haven't been able to get much going in their offense.
It is going to be tough for HMS here, down by 21 in the fourth quarter. Haven't had much of a passing game tonight, and most likely with this much time left, they're going to have to put the ball up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
South O'Brien's going to know that too, so you can kind of put your feet in the ground and go for it.
Mm-hmm. I really have looked at the South O'Brien team schedule, and they've got a really good chance.
Last time HMS tried to pass, they rolled out, and South O'Brien had that immediate pressure and got an interception. So we'll see what happens here. And as soon as I think they're going to throw it, they run a pitch out. Not much running room there. Looks like Mason Brinkman on the run there for HMS. Not much running room there. Actually, he's going to lose a couple of yards on that play. So 2nd and 12 for HMS here.
It plays out, and you don't want to conjecture too much.
Ball backed up to the 11-yard line there. So when you need a quick score, last thing you want to do is get the ball and lose yards on the first down. 2nd and 12 coming up here, just under 2:30 left. HMS comes out in a tight formation. Eagle's going to drop back to pass, throwing it deep down the middle. Looks like he's going to go ahead and overthrow his defender or receiver there for about 5 yards. Nice defense by South O'Brien. Pretty much had the receiver blanketed on that play. It's going to bring out 3rd and 12 for Hartley Melvin Sanborn. Ball at the 11-yard line. Expecting to see a couple more passes here, try to get that first down if they don't get it completed here. So South O'Brien, after that first score, has really come out, dominated the game the rest of the way. Nice defense by South O'Brien. Had a fake there to the running back and had 3 guys right there on the running back. So Eagles going to go ahead and lose a few more yards there. So that's going to knock them back 2 more yards. So it's going to be at 4th and 14. Ball on the 9-yard line. Looks like HMS brought their punting unit in. I believe DJ Joyle is in the game, and he's done all the punting for it tonight. So HMS is going to back up and punt the ball here away. Doyle back to punt. Nice pursuit by South O'Brien. Almost blocked there. Reedman's going to let it get over his head, and the ball's going to take a bounce. A nice bounce there for HMS, but at this point in the game with a minute 20 left to go, it's not really going to matter a whole lot here. HMS does have 3 timeouts left, but South O'Brien leading here by 21 points late in the 4th quarter. Can really tell in the second half here, South O'Brien's line on defense and offense has pretty much dominated the second half.
They really have, and unfortunately, it doesn't bode well for HMS. They just need to get anything going on offense. And then a couple times they have.
South O'Brien, as I was saying, they got MMCRU.
Time of possession here has to be in huge favor of South O'Brien in the second half.
Massive.
Like you said, Kyle, HMS really hasn't got too many drives going here. So minute 20 left, and South O'Brien probably just going to hand the ball off to Wilson here. Well, it looks like Riley Davis in the backfield. So Davis takes the handoff here. He's going to go ahead and gain 3 yards and first down. Looks like HMS is just going to go ahead and let the clock run. So South O'Brien's got to run another play or 2 here, and this game's going to be wrapped up. And your South O'Brien Wolverines are going to move on to a 5-0 record.
This is probably the harder run that they have.
So,
that's what they're looking forward to this next week.
So South O'Brien is scheduled to play MMCRU next week, and unfortunately MMCRU had to cancel their game tonight against Galen Catholic. Just a little bit down on numbers this year, and MMCRU had a lot of injuries, the week before, so they had to postpone their game tonight. Probably a smart thing by Marcus to do that with, they don't want to get their younger players hurt in the game, so.
Exactly.
It is. They're going to run another play. South O'Brien
really speaks for the program. They're willing to do that, to just take the night off and take the
player safety should always be number 1 in the book. So South O'Brien doesn't have to run another play, and they're going to go ahead and win this ball game 27-0. So South O'Brien comes out in the 3rd quarter and gets the ball, and they take it right down the field, and with 7:38 left in the 3rd quarter, QB Lucier kept the ball and scored for a 22-7 lead. 2-point conversion attempt failed on that, and then got the ball back just a few minutes later, and Wilson takes the ball for a 47-yard touchdown run to get them a 28-7 lead at that point. And after that, South O'Brien pretty much hang on to the ball. HMS got the ball back a couple times. They weren't able to do much with it, and South O'Brien just had a lot of ground control there. Able to hang on for the 28-7 win over HMS tonight. So, South O'Brien came out a little bit flat maybe in that first quarter, and HMS was pretty fired up and kind of punched them in the mouth a little bit. But South O'Brien had a nice response here, Kyle, and 28 unanswered points kind of speaks for itself.
It really does, and I think the one thing that just did well for South O'Brien is that they able to kind of keep their heads. They didn't let that first drive bother them. They just said, okay, that happened. Now what are we going to do? And they were able just to capitalize on it.
So definitely not a perfect game by South O'Brien tonight. They had quite a few penalties against them tonight, so probably something Coach Furman's probably going to work on in practice this week, I imagine. Clean up the penalties, because you're going to play some stiffer competition here as the season goes on. We'll see if they have a game next week against MMCRU. I'm not sure how the injury front's going there with Marcus, but possibility they might not have a game next week. But South O'Brien moves to 5-0 with a 28-7 victory tonight here in Hartley at Peterson Field over HMS on their homecoming night. And one last time here, we want to thank our sponsors before we sign off for the night. But we definitely want to thank Holzauer Motors for being our halftime sponsor. And then we'd like to thank Polina Body Shop for being our scoreboard sponsor. Also, we have the Polina Building Center that we want to thank, Farm Bureau Financial, Mercy One, Sutherland Implement, Sweeney's Clubhouse in Sutherland, Grenade Auto Sales in Polina, the Prairie Market in Polina, Savings Bank of Primgar, the Polina Hardware Store, the Community Agency, and Iowa State Bank. So that's a wrap for us here from Peterson Field in Hartley. I'm Kyle Jorgensen signing off here with Kyle Pingree tonight. That's South O'Brien with a 28-7 victory over your HMS Hawks.